Good afternoon, Zelda Speedruns. Time for another Majora's Mask Randomizer Standard Tournament Season 6 bracket match between Aceslayer and Gratoffie. We're in lower bracket round 1, so whoever loses this match is out. Commentating today's match will be Captain MD13 and Neuronomicon, and JJ and I will be tracking. Take it away, folks.
With pleasure. Happy Saturday to you folks. Another great day for Majora's Mask Rando. So, Neuro, I mean, both these runners already in lower brackets. Aceslayer and Gratoffie, both no strangers to the MMR scene. But yeah, lower brackets round one, and they're already fighting for their tournament lives.
Definitely, and these are, like you were saying, these are definitely, just because this is lower bracket, these guys are, veterans. They've qualified for the bracket. Obviously, they've had a great run so far. In the case of Aceslayer, got knocked out in round 1 by Chopperman, who I don't really know that much about. Chopperman, having already completed round 2, is headed to round 3 versus Spec later on. But on the side of Gratoffie, give me a second to find that information. I don't see it. Oh yeah, Gratoffie up against Marco in round 1. Yeah, it's kind of it's on Gratoffie's side, it's kind of, not too expected. If you go up against Marco, that's a pretty hard race to win.
Well, you say that. Well, unfortunately, Gratoffie actually lost a lot of time in that race due to a known crash soaring from Graveyard to Mountain Village. It ended up eating up a lot of his time. He lost a few minutes.
I did hear about that. And, oh my gosh, I totally forgot.
Otherwise, that actually was a very, very close race.
Yeah. So props. Yeah. But these brackets are seeded in a very specific way, to the rankings for the qualification. So a lot of the time, as in these round 1 matches, you have the top 50 going against the bottom 50. And so for Gratoffie, to have come that close to having definitely an upset, speaks to how great a runner he is. Great runner both of these runners are. So looking forward to an exciting race today.
All right, yeah, it's go time, folks. Early housekeeping, we have a silver rupee on the clock tower, so we have a free wallet fill up this Saturday. I was going to say this morning, but it's already 2 p.m. here. I kind of got up at noon anyway.
Yeah, I got up a little bit earlier, but it was because I had some chores to do, so,
Fair enough. Double heart piece on Cafe's face.
Aceslayer going for that silver rupee. I wonder what the plan is there. Possibly going for early bank, or maybe looking to spend that on some mini games here as we go into East Clock Town.
Not a whole lot of mini games we can start right off the bat with.
No, indeed. Gratoffie showing us a fairy opener, and Aceslayer showing us guessing the bomber code. As we were talking about before the stream started, that 1 in 120 file name was in reference to how hard it is, what the chances are of guessing that code. And it does look like he's opted to, not take that chance any longer than 2 times and go ahead and skip that with a jump.
And to be fair, to Acelayer's credit, had that been right, that would have also allowed you to skip bombers.
Very true, because you go right back out of the entrance and Jim will give you the item. So you do not need to complete Bomber's Hide and Seek in that case.
All right, so
but, it's a very small chance.
Indeed. I couldn't get a good glimpse of the hideout chest. I don't know if it was gilded or not, but...
it looked like a small gilded to me.
You think it was small gilded? All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Oh geez, Gratoffie's heart piece pickup sound is chance time.
Oh no. Yeah, I can't hear any audio because I have the stream muted. Because the commentary page wasn't working for me.
Yeah, I know Twitch has Acelayer's audio up, but yeah, Gratoffie has chance time. Anyways, what was... Observatory had a heart piece. We're gonna get a bunch of hints all at once here.
Here come the hints!
Boat Archery is dead. Woodfall Great Fairy is dead. Termina Field has 3 items. GBT is dead. Okay. And Termina Field has 3 items.
In case you missed it the first time.
That was Woodfall Fairy, yes?
Yes, on Acelayer's side.
Alright, so what was that in the bomb shop? That looked like a unique item.
I did not see it, unfortunately.
Alright, and the Ranch Sisters are dead.
Good to know, good to know.
Alright, I would say it's time to bomb some Dodongos, but all we have is a Kokiri sword, so we're just gonna have to deal with 28 stab wounds.
Unless we know Jump Slash cancel, which it does look like Grat is going for. So we only need 4 Jump Slashes. No, I think it's 5, actually. Is it 6? I might have miscounted.
Ooh, Aceslayer going immediately for
6,
the coast opener here. So checking the one item here, because yeah, we found literally nothing in our starting checks here. So you gotta figure something's just gotta show up somewhere kind of out of the ordinary, even though Termina Field is 3 IC.
Yeah, some very interesting routing from both of our runners so far already.
Now, Gratoffie, if I recall correctly, has already dumped... Was it Aceslayer or Gratoffie who had the who picked up the silver?
It was Aceslayer.
Okay.
Oh my goodness!
Well, there's your 2-star in the Termina Field, I see. Oh wait, no, that's Coast
That is
Grotto.
Great Bay Coast, yeah. So no hints leading us that direction whatsoever, unless I'm mistaken. Seahorses being dead on Gratoffie's side. That
Okay.
Goron mask is going to be very huge.
Well then, indeed, it's already a speed advantage. Alright, and the Icona hint reads, Beavers is dead. Oh, I want my Beavers, dang it.
Yeah, I have not seen a Beaver Seed yet in Season 6, have you?
I mean, they're not asking for much, it just needs Hookshot and Zora Mask.
Very true.
So I'm surprised it's so conspicuously absent this season.
Grat continuing to check Termina Field. Understandable, because he has that hint. Meanwhile, Aceslayer, I don't think, has that hint yet. And we've not found anything in Termina Field yet, right?
No, we have found surprisingly nothing.
Observatory being dead, Pillar Grotto being dead. About to check the southern grottos. There's something.
Oh, it's about time.
It will be a captain's hat for Gratoffie.
Alright, that could be the 2-star. It's likely 2 stars. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't 2 stars.
Well, we'll see how many 2-star items we end up having.
That is definitely not 2 stars.
No way. Not in these settings.
And
Bombers
it looks
Notebook
like
Rando for Season 7, anyone?
Fisherman game is dead. I did see that the Postman had a heart piece.
Good to know, good to know.
Yeah, Fisherman's dead. I've had a Fisherman's game required before. We had a seed in the qualifiers where there were like 4 always hints required, and I recall one of them being Fisherman's game. I think it was for a gold dust, no less.
Oh, interesting. I'm trying to remember if I played that one. I doubt it. I had to like take like a 2-week break in there because I was so busy.
Fair enough. It was one of the mid-qual races.
Yeah. We'll see what's here in East Clock Town. That is going to be a Mirror Shield. So we have found Captain's Hat and Mirror Shield. So we will not be hunting for song items this year.
No, in a rare twist of events.
I had a feeling there would be something on P-Hat. We were running out of checks here. That being said, it is a Gold Dust. Could just be for the bottle.
Yeah, that could mean bottles are one. It either means bottles are 1-star, or there's something good on Smithy too. Could you imagine if bottle led to another bottle?
That would would be insane.
Ooh, Goron raises Don. Garrow's not required.
Womp womp. Sorry to all my frog fans in chat. Interestingly enough, we're basically almost... Have we gotten all of our always hints? Did I miss one?
We're missing one.
Okay. Meanwhile, we only have one Waff and one Foolish. Here comes another one. Romani Ranch, one item.
Yeah, about that. So Ranch is Waff. So there's just one really cool item chilling in Ranch.
We'll see how early Spirit ends up being. Could be something like Joggy Racetrack Roof, or it could be on the Ranch Cows.
Yeah, ranch cows would be very spicy. I don't think we've seen required ranch cows in a while.
I mean, in my most recent race, they were technically required. Logically. You could have skipped them.
Well, actually, and you know what else? The Goron mask early, the Sphere Zero Goron, is very sus to me. I'm wondering if our third TF IC is going to be maybe a keg?
We'll see.
And it would appear that Bunny Hood yields a lens today. Fascinating.
Amazing. So all radar runners, very different spreads of items here. As they go on very different adventures. Aceslayer, I wonder if they're finally going to check the Grotto hints here. I don't think they have yet.
Most likely. It'll pop up sometime soon.
Yeah, in my seed, the Ranch Cows had a Moon's Tear leading to Hookshot on Straw Roof.
Fascinating.
Guess where Keg was?
Somewhere stupid.
Snowhead Temple.
Oh my. Alright, so Gorman Brothers only had a heart piece.
By the way, chat, I've got cinnamon apple tea today. It's very tasty.
Ooh, very nice. I'm just sticking with a nice giant cup of Coke.
How giant?
Burger King large size.
That's pretty giant.
Alright, so Gratoffie just managing to sneak in the room key pickup before the postman decides to get in the way.
Very nice, very clutch.
And I did not see what was on the pillar chest. Let me have another look at that. Aceslayer apparently took a look, but did not zoom in the camera like I was expecting. And meanwhile, bombs blocked by Goron Mask and Punch Rock.
Indeed.
And that is perfectly in logic bombs, so we have explosives already.
Interestingly...
Go on.
Sorry. Interestingly, Gratoffie choosing to read Grandma Stories post-reservation in order to get to 6 p.m.
Well, he already picked up the room key before going to do Grandma. So, just skipped right.
Right, but is that faster than playing double time?
Well, I think the other thing is Gratoffie was about to get interrupted by Postman, so didn't want to run the risk.
Or can you not play double time inside the inn?
I don't think you could play double time inside the inn.
Aceslayer finally going to get Grotto hints here.
Yeah, so GBT full foolish. So that to me tells me one of two things. Either the song is the Boss Blue Warp is Storms, or Boss Blue Warp is New Wave. So that's what that tells me. Hello, Hookshot. We can't afford you because we need a wallet.
Is chat saying laundry pool was an important hint? I must have missed that.
I did not see that. Funnily enough. Well, if that is the case, then Gratoffie's about to pick up whatever it is, because we're about to see Guru Guru, because Cafe's dead.
Yes, and we know Johnny Garrows is not required either.
Oh, yeah, but anyway, oop, bit of buffering on my end.
No, I'm not totally sure that chat is
Yeah,
giving us correct information here. Because yeah, that's a fully foolish laundry pool unless Stone Mask is 1 star for some reason. But
no,
still,
there's no world where Stone Mask is required. But I guess Larry is required though.
yes, yeah. Let's focus back on that. Larry being the community name for the business scrub in Termina Field. Was that an East Clock Town hint?
Yes, and it had only one item, which we have already found the mirror shield.
Indeed. Gratoffie finding a cafe mask in a post-old lady bomb shop, just as Aceslayer finds a bottle in Roses of the Swamp.
That's pre-old lady. It's still only 8
pre-old lady. Oh, you're so right.
So Aceslayer must have not picked that up on first pass, but
even though he had the money.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So it's looking like Mirror Shield is the 2-star here for East Clocktown. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Definitely, definitely. If Mirror Shield turns out to be completely foolish, that would be a very interesting scenario.
I find that highly unlikely, though, given we have a foolish temple. Because, like I said, that usually means one of two things. It means either Boss Blue Orb is a Junk White song, or that Boss Blue Orb is New Wave. And, I mean, there's one extra white song compared to one extra dungeon song in that case, so... I feel like it's because... I'm feeling more inclined to believe it's Mirror Shield, and we're even going to manage to squeeze in a midnight meeting here on Gratoffie's side.
Yeah, unclear why Aceslayer chose not to do that. Maybe they weren't counting on finding bombs, or any other way of getting in.
Now, I mentioned we could check the cafe mask, but the unfortunate thing is we don't have a logical way in. We need Deku Mask or room key. And unfortunately, Gratoffie is currently missing bombs, so can't even bomb jump or Zora Gainer or any of that other cheeky stuff to get in.
Yeah, so can't actually set this up, let alone complete it. That looked once again like a small gold chest over on Bomber's Hideout.
Oh, you got better eyes than I do. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that East Clocktown. But I feel like finding Captain's Hat and Mirror Shield Sphere 0 is a little sus. And Captain's Hat, with bombs in tow, we can already check that. Not
Very
comfortably,
true.
Not comfortably, but we can check it. Oh, this is a banger right here.
The bombs make for a very nice incentive to go to Graveyard. Because we can full clear that.
Shoutouts to Piranha Plants on Parade.
Listen to that for a second.
Nope. Now my restream's starting to flip out.
Oh no. I have never heard that before. That's really cool.
Now that's and Mario Wonder hasn't been out for that long. So again, another nice quick turnaround by our music folks.
Very cool. That was a Garo mask on Old Lady.
Okay, I mean we're not gonna say no to that. Transformation Fairy reward giving us another silver rupee. Aceslayer is now within striking distance of Bank 1. I'm gonna give my restream a little stern talking to here. Give me a second. Alright, so now we're gonna see what the big bomb bag purchases, and it is a red rupee.
Aceslayer going ahead and turning in Bank 1. Very comfortably. And will be rewarded with yet another red rupee. That is correct, Arctic. He had 198 already in the bank. Aceslayer going to be going south next. Utilizing the swamp to play double time with no cutscene. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, if you roll all the way to here before playing the song, she won't actually have left her as Aceslayer is likely about to find out. She won't actually have left her shop yet, and so she won't be in the woods when you go inside. She leaves at about 7, I believe. Possibly 6:30. I don't know. All I know is whenever you pull that trick, you have to play the song as soon as you soar, because if you roll all the way over before you play the song, then you'll be early.
That I did not know. We're gonna see Gratoffie turning the gold dust here to
Oh wow!
strike at
Never mind.
Bank 1.
He somehow did it. He did not have the area low. Oh, okay. So he probably just did it right on the edge before the area was loaded.
I see. Well, also, luckily, Aceslayer
Thank
picked
you,
up the
Spec.
bottle of... Yeah, Aceslayer does have the bottle of red potion from Road to Swamp Grotto, so already has a red potion in his pocket for this, so... Yeah, this south route makes a lot of sense.
Very true. I don't know that Grat has that yet. I think that his... Was it Grat or Aceslayer that picked up the gold dust?
Gratoffie picked up the gold dust and just turned it in for a gold rupee. So yeah, Gratoffie. So we have 2 different bottles right now. One from Road to Swamp and another from wherever Gratoffie found gold dust, which already slips my mind.
Gold dust was in Termina Field on P-Hat.
Yeah,
but the Road to Swamp bottle is going to benefit Ace a lot better, because here comes a bow off of this south push, which I believe was on Kotake herself.
It was. Now, that is not specifically bottle locked. However, I would still wager that, I mean, we probably have to do eggs at this point. I'd be very surprised if we didn't have to do eggs. So that's probably going to make bottles 1 star, if I had to hazard a guess. Unfortunately, we've got no hints for Mountain Village, because we've already found, I should say, all 3 of our ICs. Now, we've got potentially East Clocktown's IC might already be dealt with Mirror Shield. Ranch we're still working on. Termina Field we found... actually, I think the wallet's the hookshot's the 3rd IC. Because, yeah, it's hook, bottle, and... what else did we
Captain's
find?
Hat.
Captain's Hat, yes.
That is a good point.
So it's possible our Termina Field ICs have already been ironed out, but we still have to work on that a little bit.
Now, entertain chat for a second with the idea that Mirror Shield is completely foolish. What would that entail in terms of the east of Termina Field situation?
I assume you mean East Clocktown, but
what I mean is, like, if Mirror Shield is completely foolish, we don't have a required song on Egos, we are able to do all of the East without Mirror Shield.
So the way I see that being it is certainly possible. That would be if obviously Ego's song is dead. Also, the more likely result is that Skull Kid is a white song, or the Temple is foolish. Like, Skull Kid or the Temple is going to be the other white song, if that's the case. Let me think. If that's the case, then it could be literally anywhere in East Clocktown. Like, it could be, as I saw chat was saying earlier, Madame Aroma 2 in Bar. Could be...
Grant about to be very disappointed by this bottle after just having bought a red potion.
Well, not necessarily. He's got lens. So, if he could find
true.
magic, he could maybe route in Shiro?
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, trackers. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so because yeah, I must have missed Ace getting the Captain's Hat as well. I was about to call out that he was here without that, but it looks like he has it.
Yeah, I think Ace completed the Termina Field sweep before switching over to Night 1. Very nice double jump there.
Indeed. Grat choosing to skip Graveyard on Night 1 as well. Go straight for this Day 2 Woods. So we'll be retracing Ace's steps a bit.
Yeah, skipping Day 1 Grave is not the worst thing in the world, because you can make some arrangements to work around that, and like bomb jump, and although Gratoffie is still missing bombs, is gonna have to go and fish those out from the The bomb bag was somewhere nice. Where was the bomb bag?
No, that's the thing, is that Bomb Bag was Goron locked. The Goron from Great Big Host led to Punch Rock Grotto having bombs.
That's right. Oh yeah, and Gratoffie not deciding to make the dip to coast. Yeah, this is actually going to start biting him pretty soon, I would wager. Unless, of course, we end up going on a casino for fire arrows or something stupid like that.
Coast Rushers win this seed for sure.
Yeah, on that note, Aceslayer found something kind of nice in
the graveyard. Aceslayer just found a Moon's Tear.
That's right.
So we'll see if that leads him to anything.
Yeah, so
but I'm not sure we'll be super concerned about that, as we're definitely getting our progression done, getting this song check. And we're definitely feeling really ahead if we're Aceslayer with this Goron Mask and our time of day thus far.
Yeah, with Bow in tow, we also have north access. So with Bow and bombs, Gratoffie still needs to pick up Goron Mask and, well, I say and or bombs, but it's and bombs in this case, since one locks the other.
Definitely, definitely.
Alright, and Captain's Hat is in fact 2 stars because it locks Oath. Alright, so Oath, no Oath hunt today. Not that we really have to worry about that, having 2 early items.
See, giving us a lot to work with at the beginning, which, as I always say, only makes me concerned about the casino at the end.
The way I see things going right now, I feel like it's looking like Wallet is probably in Ranch, because the item in Ranch has to be 2 stars, and I would wager it's probably and that would also stick the other Wallet behind Hookshot if that were the case. So yeah, the way I see it, there's a fairly realistic possibility that Ranch has the Wallet. At the same time, it could also be on Smithy too, and the Gold Dust Bottle could be 2 stars. Now that would be funny.
Well, I'm wondering if chat is, just guessing as to why Aceslayer might be not opting to use Goron Mask here, or if they're aware of something. Because, yes, Aceslayer does not appear to be using a Goron Mask strat and is instead opting for Kokiri Sword strats here.
Maybe just doesn't want to risk getting slapped because, yeah, that would be a one-hit KO in his case.
That's true. Nothing in Day 2 Grave. And luckily, we cannot Sword of Mountain Village, because we have not gotten the owl yet.
Good thing, too. Yeah, again, for context, folks, Gratoffie unfortunately suffered that known crash, soaring from Graveyard to Mountain Village, and unfortunately, that set him a few minutes behind in what was otherwise a very tight race in the upper brackets. We're going to see what is on Swamp Tingle. I don't think we've seen this yet.
We have not. Aceslayer did not come back for this after getting Bow.
Welcome to Tingle's Heart Container Emporium. Do you need some extra help today?
Can we get all 4 heart containers on Tingle?
Oh, that would just be funny.
That's my new wish for this Seed Bot. Can we get all 4 heart containers on Tingle?
Yeah, and surprisingly, Gratoffie did not pick up the 20 rupee heart container. Oh well. Oh, looks like we've lost the Twitch stream. That's going to need to get refreshed.
Yes, I cannot see anything.
Yep, we'll get back to you on that in just a second, folks.
I'm going to try reloading the commentary page here. Give me a moment.
All right. In the meantime, we will tell you that Swamp Tingle just straight up had, not Swamp, Clocktown Tingle just straight up had magic. So anyway,
wow.
Gratoffie can go ahead and turn in that other red potion now. Hey, I don't call this trash on purpose, you know? Although, really, this is convenient. But yeah, so Gratoffie tried to get this earlier, but missed the jump slash. So, and Aceslayer never ran for it. So yeah, that's why neither of them had magic this early. But it's perfectly in logic now, courtesy of that bow. Alright, Milk Road Tingle. Now, Milk Road Tingle loves to have the goods here. And today is no exception. Bottle of Chateau Romani.
Alright, my commentary page is still not working. I'm going back to the Twitch stream, where hopefully I will be able to see. Apologies, chat.
Oh, I think I actually ended up being a little bit ahead there. Sorry. Yeah, interestingly, as chat points out, Aceslayer has been ignoring the tingles. Maybe we'll get it on the way out. It is day 3 now, I believe. Is it day 3? Can't really tell from the
yes.
skybox. Yeah, I thought so. Couldn't
He
tell right away from the skybox.
So that he could repeat that.
Okay. Yeah, so now because Magic Powder was the Magic was the Clock Town item, I believe Aceslayer could just go north to get the magic and get the Twin Islands tingle.
Yes, he could do that.
Ooh, Terrytown. Good choice. Oh, yeah, Laundry Pool is dead. I mean, we kind of already knew that. Thanks, game.
Thanks, game. Just makes the casino even bigger. Grat choosing to do ranch here. Having a bit of a time back walking through the ranch. If only he had Goron Mask.
Yeah, that is a bit unfortunate. Now, I do see Acelayer's pulled out his bow, so yeah, this is most likely going to be, he's going to pick up the Chateau bottle here. Definitely has the money for it. Let's see if we got another hint here. East Clocktown, 1 item. So we're missing 1 priority hint and 1 foolish. That's all we're down to.
No, we have all of our... Oh, sorry, you said priority hint as in always hints. Yes, we're missing 1 always hint and 1 foolish hint.
Yeah, I like to call them priority hints just because, you know, they don't always show up.
Yeah, it's not really an always hint in the sense that other randomizers use always hints.
On that note, we just got the last hint, and that is Snowhead Fairy is dead. So yeah, that's all our always hints, and they've told us absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Well, except that we don't have to do any of those checks today.
That's nowhere near as funny.
So for those that are not familiar with the full always pool, now that we have all 8 of our quote-unquote always hints, we can also rule out Swamp House, Ocean House, all of the Great Fairies, Gossip Stones, Butler, Dampe, and Anduin Cafe, in addition to all of the hints that we've read today.
Hey, you know I don't call this trash on purpose. Wait. So anyway, we have a Bean of the Hero. Because that
Yep, where's the Bean of the Hero? The question is, the problem with that is, we've exhausted all of our importance hints. So it's not as though we could... that could have been on a Way of the Hero hit.
So, I don't know why... Oh, yeah, Gratoffie's checking this last hint for the 3rd Foolish, perhaps. Which we could do with, at this point. 3rd Foolish? Canyon! Shiro is dead,
wow.
so that 2nd red potion is useless. Oh wait,
Shiro
no,
isn't in Canyon. Shiro is in Road to Ikana.
You know something? Canyon Foolish kind of makes sense. We already knew based on the fact that we were getting Mirror and Captain's Header and a Temple was foolish. That yeah, like there's no way Pamela was going to be required. So yeah, we've gotten all of our hints.
30 minutes in, we have all of our hints, and yet we know nothing.
So just to clarify with chat, the reason we're in a Bean of the Hero situation here is Hookshot is locked behind a wallet. It's on, and worst of all, Larry. But Larry the Terminafield business scrub. But the wallet is in Wrench, which is hinted 1 IC, which means that wallet has to be 2 stars. Especially since it leads to a 2-star hookshot, I'd be very surprised if that wasn't the case. And besides, wallet can't be 1 star anyway, because if a location is 1 IC, then whatever important item is there has to be 2 stars. Because in importance count, there has to be at least 1 2-star item in there. So,
right.
So because of that, we
need either a bean or a hookshot to get up to that chest, logically, and we know that the hookshot is behind it, so it must be the bean.
Yeah, so now the question becomes, where did the bean wander off to? It could be... does the bottle gives us Deku Palace access, but we don't have any way past the guards and logic, so...
Not logically. Something tells me that won't stop Aceslayer, though.
Clearly not. Wolf running away. Okay, never mind. You know, the other section mentions wallet could lock, hook locks the second wallet for all Knights Mask. That could very much happen. West Clocktown hasn't been ruled out or in.
Very true.
And Aceslayer must be missing an always hint, because is going to peek the Swamp Spider House item, but it is dead.
Chat continuing to spout theories about how this is how the other wallet could still win.
So, that all being said, I feel like North is your next best bet. Unfortunately, Gratoffie's still missing out on Goron Mask and Bombs to make that North play extremely tantalizing.
Yeah, I think without Goron or Bombs, Gratoffie physically cannot go up there yet.
Oh, chat points out Zora Mask is also okay for Doggy Roof chest in this setting. Which makes sense, because Zora Link does have a bigger grab size, so you could just jump off the fence a little more easily. That's not a particularly hard trick to do.
Okay, so thank you, chat. Yes, so it doesn't necessarily need to be a bean, but it's still probably either a bean or Zora. If the hook locks all of those things, then that would mean that something else is in range.
Well, the problem is there can't be something. Well, because Wallet can't be 0 stars in this case. Because it's required for hookshot, and it's not like you can get away with this C without a hookshot. So Wallet is the 2-star item in Ranch. The question is, how are we supposed to get it?
Right, but if the hookshot is the only way to get up there, then that would mean that there would have to be another wallet somewhere, and that would be the 2-star wallet.
If there is a wallet someplace else, and that is, was that a milk or a chateau refill on Hugo? I think that was.
It looked like chateau to me, but it kind of went by kind of fast.
Or there's Deku plus Beans, which we haven't seen either of those yet either. Here's Staff Room. This could just be our logic. Yep, Bean of the hero, folks. I don't call this trash on purpose.
You know, if you say that every restream, Captain, at some point, we have to wonder if there's some sort of either sorcery or spoiler loggery going on.
Sorcery you can absolutely rule in. Spoiler loggery, nah, I leave that to the restreamers.
Yeah, the way that Seedbot works now for tournament seeds, the only person in possession of the spoiler log is the restreamer.
Oh, jeez. So wait a minute. So that's a staff room bean, right? That locks,
correct.
That literally gives you 2 hours to haul to the ranch and drop the bean into the doggy racetrack before you're kicked out.
Amazing!
That is a logical train wreck right there.
Thank you for pointing that out. I did not realize that. Casual runners hate this seed.
And chat asked, where was Goron Mask? It was in the Great Bay Coast Grotto, which is not hinted, by the way, and is never going to be, because we found all of our ICs.
Yeah, so Aceslayer, just being a coast rusher, just kind of lucked into that and is kind of running away with the race at the moment.
And that has also resulted in bombs in Punch Rock.
That being said, I did notice that Tingle in Twin Islands did have the Chateau refill, so that means that it's not on Hugo. That was just normal milk.
Well, it would be Chateau because we already have the bottle.
Oh, we already got the... Oh, right. Sorry.
Okay, also, there was light arrows and a huge rupee in Lens Cave.
Whoa!
Alright, not a bad Lens Cave at all. And we also had an All Knights Mask, so yeah, that was a pretty loaded Lens Cave.
Yeah, for real.
And Aceslayer can just chuck those 200 rupees right into the bank. Thankfully, the Goron Village scrub purchase was dead. It was a Pendant of Memories, which we will not be needing this time around. And with those 200 rupees in tow, Aceslayer is going to go right to Larry and pick up that hook shot.
Yep, no hesitation on that. Why would you?
and even doesn't even bother lowering the price to 100. It's like, yeah, I got the gold rupee. I'm just gonna get this thing. All-night mass purchase. I don't know if you mentioned this earlier, but yeah, all-night mass purchase is dead. It's just a heart piece. So no need for bank 3. No need for a second wallet yet. No need for bank 2 either, because that's just a frog. And I believe this is our first peek of the bombers from Gratoffie, which is another bow. Okay, so that's definitely bow locked right now. Or it's projectile locked. Could we have gotten hook shot? Or we could have gotten hook shot, so it's not bow locked, but...
Meanwhile, like, second explosive found on Day 3 Tower in the form of Blast Mask.
Okay. That's not too bad. Certainly money, not an issue this seed. We found a couple silver rupees. We have a perfectly in-logic wallet required, which requires a bean of the hero. This is going to be a fun one to write down.
Speaking of wallets, we also have a hot spring water in logic for the smithy.
Yes, we do. Courtesy of Goron Mask and Lens of Truth.
And magic.
Which, by the way, Aceslayer has yet to pick up.
Right, Aceslayer continuing to ignore Clocktown Tingle. Which, the longer he does that, the more Gratoffie might have a chance to catch up here.
Chad makes a good point. We found both of the expensive bottles already. The Chateau bottle on Tingle and the Gold Dust bottle in Tournament of Field. Now, Gratoffie is going to go and grab Hook now. And that's going to be, for both runners, I think it's going to be pretty much the end of this cycle. Aceslayer just going to go...
everybody reach midnight.
Aceslayer just going to go grab the Bean of the Hero in Staff Room.
Everybody loves a Bean of the Hero.
Yeah, that is logically an absolute nightmare. I love it. I love it.
So at this point, combined on Restream, we're only missing 4 items left to beat the game.
Yep, Deku, Zora, Fire, and Ice. And we are not going to get hints for any of them.
Have fun full clearing the whole game.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Now, this Skull Kid check, I wouldn't be surprised if this is Lullaby. Because that would give us our first dungeon. It is not. Alright, so this is either healing... Well, this is probably healing, if I had to reasonably hazard a guess. Because it's more likely Storms on Boss Blue Warp. And especially with Canyon Foolish, I think that kind of just hammers that in even further. Because, yeah, we have Great Bay Temple Full Foolish, as well as, we have Great Bay Temple Full Foolish, as well as, Icanic Canyon Foolish. So, I think that just kind of hammers it in.
Now with this Blast Mask, Grat could go north if he wants to, but wouldn't have the Zora Mask. Sorry, Goron Mask.
Yeah, now, given what we do know, I would wager eggs is required, so bottles are almost definitely 1-star at this point. So that would probably satisfy our Tournament of Field 3 IC, so Bottle of Gold Dust would be the last IC. Whereas Hook and Captain's Hat are the 2 stars. Does Canyon include Egos, to answer question chat? It does not. That is Iconic Castle. Which, if Iconic Castle is hinted IC, especially if it has 2 items, that's a fun time.
Definitely, there's only 2 items in that region. Meanwhile, Captain, you were correct, it was healing on Skull Kid.
Alright, and it looks like Observatory Hideout has yielded a room key. Behind that small gilded chest you saw earlier. Good eye, by the way. So, just enough time to go squeeze that in. perfectly in logic room key, courtesy of Hookshot. And
Aceslayer showing us that bottle shuffle is not on. We will have to do the traditional eggs route.
Luckily, we already have 3 bottles, so that's not the worst thing that could happen. I do note that Great Bay Tingle had a mountain title deed. We can't turn that in yet unless we cringe, swim, and clip into doors, which I don't think that second thing is allowed. Might be, but...
Have to say I respect Grat's decision not to check the room key right away, committing to going and re-grabbing that. I assume that he chose to do that because he wants to use it to set up Midnight Meeting next cycle.
Most likely, because I think Gratoffie did. Did Gratoffie get Cafe Mask early? I don't recall if he set up Midnight Meeting or not. We are going to see, however, a Great Bay Coast Spider House chest check.
Gratoffie got the Cafe Mask, went to set up Midnight Meeting, but realized he could not get in the inn because he did not have bombs or any other method.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He didn't have bombs. He didn't have Deku. Yeah, missing a lot of stuff. The name's Link. Hero Link.
Meanwhile, Aceslayer showing us the code that you are very much encouraged to guess, which is the mask code. Much faster to guess this than to actually go and collect it from the... What are these people called again? Style Children?
Style Children, yes. Yeah, this is only 1 check. The thing is, there's not a whole... excuse me. There's not a whole lot left. Like, there's Cape. There's Cape Grotto. You can't get into PF yet. There's Clifford, because we have Bean of the Hero. Why not just make Bean even more required?
Yeah.
We already saw Tingle. There's the Path to Snowhead Grotto, which is a little out of the way. I mean, there's 2 items there you can get. Because, yeah, we still can't...
What magic on Acelayer's side?
Yeah, that's the other problem with Aceslayer. No magic. Yeah, that no magic is actually starting to become a problem. Because where's the other Clocktown purchase? It's at Iconic Canyon, right?
Very true. And Canyon is foolish.
And Canyon is foolish, yeah. So what is Aceslayer gonna... What incentive does Aceslayer have to go up there? So this is actually gonna become a problem. Like,
the reason that's able to be a foolish magic is because that location is magic locked. You technically need ice arrows and magic to get up there.
Gratoffie, sneaking into other players' rooms, you're the worst.
Grat, you have to re-get the room key. This isn't Scrubs.
Oops.
This isn't mystery.
Yeah, we'll file that under mild oops. And yeah, what's on
what other settings let you keep quest items through time?
Hold, please. I need another look at that.
That is a sword.
Oh yeah, it's Razor Sword. Good eye. Good eye, brother.
In my defense, I squint at these items every seed.
Fair enough.
In your defense, I suppose, to my credit.
So
yeah, they're deciding that, yes, he wants that sword, it looks like.
Sword locked by Bean of the Hero. Yeah, that checks. The bean's already important enough as is. So yeah, Gratoffie here is going back for the red potion. Oh, for access to Deku Palace, I would wager.
Quite possibly. Or for Shiro.
Well, no, Shiro's not dead. You're right. You're absolutely right. Oh, yeah. Why didn't he turn that in last cycle, I wonder? Maybe he just forgot?
Yeah, it's a good point, because I think that maybe he didn't have magic yet. Because I think Grat was also, like, pretty late to that magic.
True. It came after... It did come after Bow. You're absolutely right. All right, yeah, no need for any hints at this point for our side. But yep, Aceslayer learning again, no frog.
No fork.
And yeah, we are going to see... you know what's actually in play right now? Shrine.
Very true. That might be what Grat is thinking.
Well, he's got to go get light arrows in Mountain Village first. Or Gorn Village
Oh,
first. He doesn't
good
have those
point.
yet. And in fact, only just got village access with Blast Mask. Alright.
What pushes Grat to this Goron mask?
Shiro the hero!
Wow. Okay, so Shiro ending up being required as well for fire arrows.
Which means Bunnyhood is required because that lens was on the Postman. So now, well, not that it really matters because we satisfied all 3 of our ICs anyway, but where's Bunnyhood?
Very true. We love the out of logic egos pack.
Yeah, so this is really interesting. So both runners are missing a critical item to get the stuff they need to proceed. So Gratoffie needs to go get Gorn Mask in Coast Grotto, and Aceslayer needs to get magic off of Clocktown Tingle or Canyon Tingle, take your pick. But
Something tells me he's not going to be checking Canyon Tingle.
unlikely, unless to set up the owl after going to check Shrine. Gratoffie, meanwhile, is going to go get his oath here. So Chad asks how Ace missed North Clocktown ticket. It's possible it could have just been filtered out. Could have just been it could just be a goldfish memory moment. I can speak from experience. I have those all the time in Rando. Also, I don't know why you would be a Tingle skipper in this case, because Tingle, more often than not, Tingle has goods.
Oh, I see why Grat came this way, because he hadn't been to Graveyard yet.
Yes. He decided he was on day 2 when he got here, but he didn't have a way across into day 1. So he elected to wait until he had a more optimized way to handle this. And yeah, Aceslayer might be going to Shrine here. Like, I think Shrine is actually a really good idea given the circumstances. In fact, I would not be surprised if Shrine had a Deku mask, although we have another song we can check courtesy of either Fire or Hot Spring Water. But again, Gratoffie doesn't know that because no Goron mask.
And Ace doesn't know that because no magic.
Well, you could. Oh yeah, because you need magic and logic to get up to the hot spring water. So, yeah, this is kind of a problem. Oh dear.
This is kind of a problem. It's kind of a mess, big brother.
Ooh, Gratoffie almost got slapped there.
No one knows arrow strats in Graveyard.
Nope, Link died again.
They're going to successfully make it up to Canyon Owl. This is his chance. If he realizes that he doesn't have Clocktown Tingle, he could check it right now. Nope. On the
note of that death jingle, shoutouts to the Twilight Princess Randomizer.
That is good to know, Fox. Thank you. Fire arrows do Razor Sword Zumflash damage.
Yeah, Gratoffie's still running on Kokiri Sword, yeah. Combat definitely an issue today. I see what he's trying to do here. He's trying to use Blast Mask to bomb jump over, but it's not quite working out as well as he'd envisioned.
Yeah, I usually pause buffer that, just for safety.
We're going to see Labfish here. We have not seen this yet. And fish gives us a vanilla heart piece.
Yeah.
All right, and it's also not egg fairies, folks. So yeah, we do have to actually go into Pirate's Fortress Interior and go grab those eggs. Which, by the way, we can't because we don't have Zora Mask.
We're just missing 3 items to beat the game, chat. At least we are.
And they can be virtually, well, not virtually anywhere. So here's the nice thing. We have light arrows and fire arrows already. Of those 2 elemental arrows, those are easily the worst ones, because ice locks out the entirety of Upper Icona and Great Bay Temple. So it can't be back there. Deku locks out the entirety of Deku Palace and Woodfall, so Deku can't be anything behind any of that. And Zora Mask locks out... And ISTT, that's a great shout. Zora Mask, do we even have to begin to list the things that locks out? So, the nice thing is, you have some options ironed out, but not that many.
Vanilla Zora Mask, anyone?
Oh, imagine. Required Skull Kid.
I've had it. I've had it happen.
Oh, great spin. We're not going to say no to that. That almost to me screams Shrine. Like, I think you take that great spin and you go do Shrine. You've got 3 bottles, you've got plenty of utilities, and in Acelayer's case, you have 6 hearts now.
And combat.
And semi-decent combat now with Razor Sword, yeah.
But no magic, as chat points out.
Right. Oh, this
is we're struggling to wrap our brains around these mistakes that are happening, these things that are getting missed, because it's just so strange.
Yeah, well, in Gratoffie's case, you know, there are excuses to stay away from Coast right now because you don't have the best utilities to go there. With Hookshot, you kind of do now, but Coast in the early game is only good for 1 check. You know, it's a very tough sell to go out of your way for that.
It was definitely an aggressive move for Aceslayer to go for that 1 check, and it just happened to be paying out in terms of the movement being so much faster. Ace being able to do so many things. But as long as one of those things is not Clocktown Tingle, it's gonna have a hard time.
Alright, now that being said, he's now gone out of his way for Swamp Tingle, so he might know by now that something's up. Oh, we're gonna see Swamp Archery from Aceslayer. We saw this already from Gratoffie. He's gonna go, but in the meantime, is gonna go back and pick up that room key.
Going west is progression, it's true, as long as you hit the owl.
True. Not to mention to verify if egg fairies are enabled.
Right, Grat set up midnight meeting, so he has to go ahead and follow through on that right now.
Yeah, and I think we've seen this already.
What, midnight meeting? No.
Did we not see that already from Aceslayer?
Not seen midnight meeting yet. No.
I guess not. I thought he said.
I don't even think Aceslayer.
Right, no bombs.
I don't even think Aceslayer bought the mask. He might have. I don't remember.
Somebody saw the mask and didn't get it.
That was Aceslayer.
Okay. So, alright, let's see what's in here. I mean, we're not gonna say no to $100.
Especially when we have a wallet.
Unfortunately, Gratoffie has not picked up the mountain title deed that was found on Great Bay Tingle yet, so does not have paper. Oh, this is something big.
Hey.
I think you go do Egos. I think Lullaby is on Egos.
Oh, yeah. But in Grat's case, we have to find the light arrows first, because we don't have a keg.
Hold on. Hold on! That's big! Egos is dead! That means the room key is 2 stars.
Wait.
For East Clocktown. Mirror Shield is dead.
Oh, you're so right.
So because yeah, so Egos is Storms. Okay, so that means Boss Blue Warp has to be New Wave. Yeah, I think...
Permission to say the line?
Yes.
I don't call this trash on purpose, chat.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big break for Gratoffie. Because, yeah, Aceslayer might not even think to check that because of the East Clocktown IC. That's something you could very easily be fooled by here.
Definitely, and you know, but we're sitting here and restream being able to like theorize about all that stuff. But if you're a runner, that might not even be close to being on your mind.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Unfortunately, Gratoffie still needs to go get that Goron mask, but is going to check what healing Chimera yields.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. You don't want to have to be routing that in later if you can just do it now.
All right, we're going to see some mini games on Acelayer's screen in the meantime, which we know this isn't going to yield anything because we've already satisfied our East Clocktown IC.
So at this point, if you're Gratoffie, you have two options. You can go north without Goron, or you can go west and run into Goron.
I think west is probably the better play. You've got the bottle for Labfish, you've got, and it looks like Gratoffie agrees with me here. You have the hook shot for Cape, you have bombs for Cave Grotto, you could cringe swim if you're so inclined.
Yeah. For those who don't know, cringe swimming refers to using human to swim out of logic to the Cape Owl by swimming sideways, which is very slow.
In other words, day transition. But yeah, this is great news for Gratoffie because he's going to eventually come up on Goron Mask, and this is going to blow the scene wide open for him.
Definitely.
Yeah, the good news is money, besides Bank 3 potentially, money's not really... Oh, Deku Mask on Bank 3 would be garbage at this point.
It would, yeah. Popping the wrong balloon, as chat says, on Acelayer's side, going ahead and doing hide and seek for bombers, which I think Gratoffie has already done.
Yes.
Now, I'm trying to remember what it was that was causing a lot of people in Season 4 or 3, I think, to do cringe swim a lot. It was a popular play for some reason.
All right, well, folks, happy 1 hour. You are joining us here on Zelda Speedruns 3 for the Majora's Mask Randomizer Season 6 Lower Brackets Round 1 race between Gratoffie and Aceslayer 111. And folks, this is quite a race. I'm joined
yes,
here
we
in
want to
the
give a brief... Yeah, go ahead.
I'm joined here in the comm booth today by Neuronomicon, and our race today is tracked by JJ and Saber, who is also our restreamer today, so thank you folks for that. Good day for it, given the circumstances of this race. Oh, right, this was a bow. I keep forgetting about that. Oh?
Right.
3 and 4 were swapped, otherwise Aceslayer actually could have had a guess going today.
Yeah.
No wonder he guessed wrong the first try.
Chat answering my question, yes, in Season 3, the randomized Zora shop pushed a lot of people to go ahead and do that out of logic.
That would make a lot of sense, because shops were when shops are shuffled, shops tend to be pretty loaded.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Imagine if Aceslayer had guessed that. That would have been an almost immediate bow.
Indeed.
Oh,
in fact, that was the first thing that Aceslayer did.
So, both runners getting their missing items here. Aceslayer about to grab magic. Unfortunately, has to sack the mountain title deed to do it for now, but yeah, now both runners are caught up. Now, that being said, Aceslayer still has to go get fire and ice. So,
and
both
Grat
runners...
still has to go north and get light arrows.
Yes. But yeah, now both runners getting the critical items that they had left behind in their openers.
Grat getting the bad news. No scoop shuffle.
Yeah, I mean, the safety fairy is still nice for now. What is that? Was that hold?
Oh, I didn't see it either. What the heck was that?
I thought it was Bunnyhood, but I think it's a frog.
It might have been. No, I think you're right. I think it's a frog.
I thought it was Bunnyhood because Bunnyhood is important in this case because it leads to lens, which actually, that's kind of a big deal because if Bunnyhood is... So Bunnyhood cannot be behind fire arrows. Not that that matters at this point, but depending on where Bunnyhood winds up, that kind of... Well, actually, that doesn't really tell you anything at this point because you already have fire arrows and lens.
Yep.
All right, Aceslayer waiting, not patiently, for
not very patiently at all
for Camaro here. And Gratoffie's tracks have been bangers today. We had Piranha Plants on parade. Now we've got Wooded Kingdom.
So sad that I can't hear any of these.
Oh, Gratoffie's like, I won't listen, but I will heal your soul.
Yeah, put a 1 in chat if you 50% of the time accidentally talk to Mikau. Put a 2 in chat if you've ever accidentally listened to his tale.
Yeah, so combat's looking pretty good. So yeah, Gratoffie can't do Shrine yet because no light arrows, but Aceslayer. So Fire was on Shiro, Ice was on the Room Key turn-in. So yeah, they're in really... Fire and Ice are in very awkward spots right now for Aceslayer.
All of you are liars. I see all of you not saying anything.
Yeah, Gratoffie also thinking to quickly check the chest here, just because you're not coming back to coast at this point, so it does make sense to kind of just get this out of the way and hope that it's... and just not have to worry about coast ever again, because this does full clear coast save for the song. And the other big deal right now is that Aceslayer has no reason in his mind to go back for Room Key because he thinks he's not going to know until he goes to Egos and sees that it storms.
Exactly.
Which...
Even then, yeah, well, he does have the light arrow, so he does at least know that Mirror Shield is not the only light source.
Right, but you still need Mirror Shield Mirror Shield and Fire for that matter for Egos. So until Ace at least goes to Shiro for Fire, he's not even going to have any inclination to get the clue that there is something wrong with the East Clock Town I see. Yeah, keep your eyes open on this one, chat. We're gonna have some fun times with this interview.
Yeah, so to answer a question in chat, Gratoffie got fire arrows because he had the magic in order to check Shiro while he was wandering around. And he got ice arrows because he thought to double check that Room Key was not important, even though he had the Mirror Shield.
While also routing in Midnight Meeting. Unfortunately, now Gratoffie is out of arrows here, so is going to have to go try again, unfortunately, because this is after an arrow refill. And at this point, he's like, yeah, just give me the combo, please. Also, we'll just... Oh, that... I was like, does that work? Can you actually get arrows from the Style Children like that? Oh, hello, this is big.
What do we have here in Shrine?
Great Fairy Mask. I don't think that's gonna do us any good. Yeah, because Great Fairies are dead, so yeah, that won't do us any good. Hey, can we get some arrow drops, please?
Well, I mean, there's still a logical shuffled fairy that is behind that mask, and it's in Snowhead Temple. So you could argue that Zora could be behind that mask.
Alright. So yeah, that's right. I forgot about that Snowhead Temple one. I was more thinking about the Great Fairies. And yeah, at this point, Gratoffie's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna get the combo from the Style Children. I can't be bothered with this.
Yeah, not enough arrows, unfortunately. And unfortunately, as we're aware, there isn't actually anything here, so it's gonna basically be time loss.
Ah, missed it the last shot. Maybe a drop here? No. Yeah, at this point, I mean, we know Gratoffie should bust out here, but nevertheless, he's gonna commit to this. No, Red was second.
The last thing you want is for this to be required, and you never come back here because you don't want to.
Yeah, I think Red is the last one, so I think Red is actually required 3 times. What a lame combo. Also, I'm gonna assume Ward had nothing, so... Gratoffie's like, you know what? I went out of my way to get this. Never mind, Skulltula.
So, unless I'm confused, what's being said in chat can't be the case, because East Clocktown has exactly 1 important item. And we know now that that is the room key, 2 stars for the ice arrows. So
yes.
We know for certain that Mirror Shield is 0 stars.
Yes, Mirror Shield is now completely useless.
Unless we're talking about maybe a logic reduction thing that reduces the Mirror Shield from 1 star to 0 star. But I'm not sure quite how that works.
So Gratoffie just tried to Death Warp out of Swamp Ocean Spider House, but instead blew his Safety Fairy.
Oh man. Well, I don't think that was a Safety Fairy. I think it was just a Scoop Shuffle Check Fairy.
So it took a little while for the Death Warp to actually go.
Yeah, but hey, you know.
Alright.
The commitment that we see from Gratoffie's side.
Alright, so it looks like Shrine was surprisingly not the answer.
Oh, can Mirror 0 star let you infer that Will is dead? I don't think so, because we have the light arrows to do that one backwards.
Yeah, so right now, I'm trying to think where our actual progression is. I think it's Goron Elder for Lullaby. I think we have a vanilla Lullaby here because Grat has Fire and Goron, right? So you get a Lullaby and...
Sorry, I'm talking about something else.
Oh yeah, with chat, I assume.
No, finish it up.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, I feel like Snowhead Temple's our next stop. I'm very strongly sus that Goron Elder has Lullaby at this point, because that gives us a full clearable dungeon, and it gives us Boss Blue Orb, which at this point I'm pretty sure has to be New Wave, given Great Bay Temple is full Foolish. Because otherwise, why else would GBT be full Foolish at this point? Whoops, out of arrows.
Even if you used Mirror Shield to get into Ikana Castle itself, you would still be blocked by the Sunblock, which there's no way at the back of Well, there's no way to use Mirror Shield to get past it. So I'm pretty sure that there's no way to use Mirror Shield by itself to get to Mirror Shield chest. There's not really a logical implication there.
I don't think so, yeah. We're gonna see. I don't know if we've seen what's been turned in from the Moon's tier yet. This may have been just a red rupee. No, it was a heart piece. I mean, we're not gonna say no to that. Gratoffie's still running 4 hearts because he didn't buy the 2 heart containers on Swamp Tingle.
Welcome to Tingle's Heart Container Emporium. That was so fun.
Wow. Okay, so Darmani had giant swallowing.
Amazing. That is locked by healing.
Lens and healing. Deku Mask on bank 3. It could still happen.
Thinking about what this means for the other wallet, though, we had Lens behind the bunny hood. We had Magic behind Projectile, and we had Song of Healing also behind Projectile.
So the way I see this is, I think what's going to happen, I think Bunny Hood is going to show up in Snowhead Temple. And that's your logic to go back for Lens, so that you can go get Fire and finish Snowhead Temple. I think that's what we're looking at here. Because we can't get into any other dungeon right now. Well, actually, hold on. If Ice is behind Room Key, which was behind Bombs, which was behind a Projectile, which Hookshot could have worked. So yeah, it's possible Stone Tower Temple could have stuff. Nice keg.
My guess is that... Oh, a keg in there. My guess is that the Bunny Hood is behind Hookshot somewhere. That's what I think is going on.
I think that's the... Bunny Hood is either in one of two places right now, I think. It's either in Stone Tower Temple, behind Elegy, or it is in Snowhead Temple behind Lullaby, which either of those two songs, I think one of them is on the Goron Elder. I'd be very surprised if Elder had Sonata at this point. Alright, where is Gratoffie going right now? I would assume this is a run to the north? Because, yeah, right now, he's got to go north. There's stuff there for him with light arrows.
That brings up a good point. The Bunny Hood is locking... The fact that Bunny Hood is locking Lens, which is locking fire arrows, we have no songs actually in Logic until we find that Bunny Hood.
Well, Bunny Hood only locks Lens, though.
Right, but Lens locks the fire arrows.
It blocks fire and Hot Spring.
Yes.
I hate Bunny Hood logic.
So we found Oath behind the Captain's Hat. We found Healing behind Skull Kid. That doesn't really get us anywhere. We have to... The Bunny Hood has to be somewhere locked by Hookshot, but not a song.
Is it seriously just straight up Path to Snowhead? Is that what we're looking at right now? Also, yeah, Vanilla Lullaby. Yeah, that checks. And that's Milk on the Goron on Hugo there. Yeah, it could be... I think Path to Snowhead actually seems pretty reasonable at this point. As to where Bunny Hood is.
Yeah, you're talking about the Scarecrow chest, or the Scarecrow heart piece?
Yeah, well, it could be either or.
Yeah.
Well, if it's locked by Hookshot, then yeah, the Scarecrow heart piece. No one's gonna do Pohut because Iconic Canyon is foolish. But yeah, we're gonna see a Day 2 Smithy check from Gratoffie here. I don't believe we've seen this yet, but it looks like Aceslayer has the same idea.
We haven't seen Day 1, though.
It's the other bow.
Hat!
Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch. Okay, so that's locked by Lens. Or, yeah, it's locked by Lens.
What a tangled up knot of a seed.
Mangled up in a tangled up knot.
Hey, it's still September.
Oh, please. The stores are probably already... The stores are already probably stocking their Thanksgiving decorations at this point. Did anyone check Punch Rock? Yes, Punch Rock was a bomb bag, which only Aceslayer has, but Gratoffie's been improvising with Blast Mask in the meantime.
Did we do beaver chests yet?
In Cape, yes. Somebody checked those. Gratoffie checked those.
Yeah, I'm starting to think, yeah, you're right, that Path to Snowhead is our only answer left here for this Bunny Hood.
That keg is useless, by the way, because Wrench IC has already been satisfied with Wallet.
Correct.
so Gratoffie's going to use this keg here to just preemptively get keg trial queued up, because why not? You got the keg, you're here, might as well blow it up.
Does he have Lullaby? Does he know that Lullaby is here yet?
He does not, but he's got an excuse to go to Goron Village anyway to queue it up. And I see that Aceslayer is double timed his second day. I don't remember if it was because the item was good, but let's see here. So this is the day 1 Smithy, and it is a heart piece. Okay. So yeah, nothing on Smithy except a third bow.
We're at bow percent, chat.
I think, as far as QOL is concerned, you know, Great Fairy, a big man would be really nice. Great Fairy Sword would be nice. A 4th bottle would also be really, really nice right now, because we have to do Pirate's Fortress for eggs, which, I gotta be honest with you, I actually can't remember the last seed I called in Season 6 that actually had that required. I think they've all been fairy egg shuffle for me, but, yeah, a 4th bottle
you know, it's a 50-50 chance.
But yeah, a 4th bottle would make PF Interior very, very nice, which we can't do anyway because we have no Zora Mask. What is that over there? I have no idea.
Oh, I missed it. It didn't look like a bunny hood, though.
No, it did not. That snowball definitely almost caused the bomb to roll off the cliff. Would you like Forg? No. Unfortunate. Has anyone checked Toilet Hand? Yeah, because Mountain Title Deed was on Great Bay Tingle. That's only bow locked. So, and we have Room Key now, so we can get in. It could be Toilet Hand.
Slayer going to be the first to make it into Snowhead Temple.
Indeed. Alright, Gratoffie going to be getting his ice arrows, not ice, light arrows, and other various goodies here. Gonna skip out on the huge rupee, though. Alright, Aceslayer making the climb.
True, chat. Aceslayer does not have fire arrows.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be this is unfortunately gonna be a double dip for him. I think we have to follow the bunny hood logic because of the second wallet on Darmani. Chat says, yeah, because the wallet, the ranch wallet is obviously still the 2-star for ranch, right? Because otherwise, it's locking a 2-star hook shot. Wallets can't be 1-star if it's 1 IC in this scenario. So, huh? So yeah, because fire is out of logic, yeah, no songs are in play.
Yeah, and Lullaby being out of logic means that basically nothing can be here.
Oh, that is so weird.
Maybe transformations can be here. But without knowing where this bunny hood is, we really, you know, we don't really know the likelihood that anything will be in this temple at all.
I'm trying to think if there's anything we missed in, like, Woodfall, in Swamp, or... Oh, lordy. Nobody checked Goron Chess minigame, did they?
Nope. We did find some paper in Snowhead Temple, though. Letter to Mama.
It's better than absolutely nothing. That's also actually a really bad spot for Letter to Mama if that leads to something. Actually, no, it can't, because both those checks are East Clocktown. So those can't be any. That can't be anything. So, no better time like the present to use that for paper.
Yeah, so chat is saying that Ace checked chess minigame, and also that it can't be anything because it's in East Clocktown as well.
I mean, okay. Now, I believe Gratoffie has about 500 rupees in the bank at the moment. So... Oh, actually, Gratoffie could buy plenty of chateaus because of where they are on a Tingle. if I'm not mistaken. You can buy more
Infinite
than one
Chateau
shell.
Romani glitch.
Or was that Bank 3? Okay, Bank 3 is a hard piece, so it's not Bank 3. Which I'm disappointed in, because that's nowhere near as funny. Yeah, it's got to be Toilet Hand. I can't think of anything else. Because we can't do anything Zor-locked. We can't turn in the Mountain Title D because no Zor to get into Hall. Yeah, it's got to be Toilet Hand. As if Stockpot Inn doesn't have enough items already.
Yeah, but the question is that Bunny Hood or is it something better? Is it a transformation leading to Bunny Hood?
Well, the wallet's useless now, so we can rule that out. I still don't know what
That's
that was.
That's a Gimdo mask. That is a Gimdo mask.
I mean, okay, but I don't think that's gonna do us any good here. Wait.
Well.
Wait. Anyway.
It could be Bunny Hood and well.
Oh, because Gibdo... no, Gibdo Max is a backup way to Hot Spring Water.
You're so right. Right.
Oh, and Deku Mask was just chilling in Snowhead Temple behind the Great Fairy Mask, I think.
Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, so a bunch of information coming in right at the same time.
Seed, slow the hell down.
So Lullaby is actually in logic with that Gimdo Mask. And that may actually have been Acelayer's thinking here. In seeing that Gimdo Mask, realizing that it means Hot Spring Water, it means Lullaby. It means the lens might not even be important if you're Aceslayer and you don't realize that fire arrows, where fire arrows are.
This is becoming a logical train wreck.
Now that being said, Aceslayer having gained a Deku Mask from this push, but won't actually be able to beat the temple. Meanwhile, if Grat decides to go there soon, it will actually be able to finish the temple, in addition to getting that Deku Mask.
Well, that's, of course, assuming he's got Great Fairy Mask in his pocket, which I don't remember where that came from.
Well, you could have the Great Fairy Mask from Shrine, or you can know the trick. The neat trick to get on top of the stalagmite and side hop into that little tunnel there.
Okay. Now, Gratoffie is setting up Scarecrow for Gibdo. I assume this is for Gibdo.
Probably gonna pick that up on the way into Snowhead Temple here. Would be my guess.
Surprised he didn't just take the Snowhead Temple Owl statue there. Have I mentioned this seed is a logical train wreck?
Insanity here on ZSR3.
Now, here's the other problem. We still have to find Zor Mask. Now, basically, here's the upside. This locks out GBT in its entirety. Because GBT is on boss Blue Orb, sure, or New Wave is on boss Blue Orb, sure, but Zor Mask is needed to get in there anyway.
Hang on, is this lensless trick in logic? Can we get here without lens logically? Okay.
For Path to Snowhead specifically, this does not require lens.
Alright. Just had to double check.
That's fair. I made that misconception once too.
Because I think that got turned on in Mystery for FD Anywhere. Or something like that with FD Anywhere.
I can't remember. But yeah, so okay, so we're back in logic. The point being we're back in logic is that you were expected to go get because now our logic is hookshot locked as it turns out because you need to go get Gibdo for Hot Spring Water in the well. So we figured that out. We know where Deku is. We're about to see what the song behind Deku is, which if it's Sonata, Aceslayer can go and Gratoffie almost went into the unknown.
Still win anyway.
I've been waiting to... Oh, okay.
So Grat having a bit of a struggle with the Snowhead climb here. Continuing to choose not to get the magic snowball. Meanwhile, Vanilla Sonata in Deku Palace
All right, so
is probably going to push Aceslayer to Woodfall Temple. Since he doesn't have fire arrows to do Snowhead, needs to get a dungeon cleared soon, as we're almost approaching the hour-and-a-half mark.
Yeah, and we do know that this is going to at least give New Wave, but... So now comes the... in fact, at this time, I would say let's open a bet for Zora Mask.
Absolutely.
Now
Have fun full clearing the entire game.
For Zora Mask, that's not the worst thing that could happen, though, because the entirety of PF is locked out, the entirety of GBT and PR are locked out. Like, there's a lot of places that are locked out here. And we'll remind the audience that our foolishes are Great Bay Temple, which is already locked out anyway, Laundry Pool, which, I mean, we kind of checked that earlier, and Iconic Canyon is completely foolish, so it's not going to be Poe Hut, it's not going to be Pamela, and it's not going to be on the Ocean Title deed turn-in either, so bear that in mind as you make your bets, folks, assuming we have one going here.
And to reiterate for chat, Deku is not on Snowhead Great Fairy, it's on the Enos Room Stray Fairy in Snowhead Temple. So Aceslayer, having gone there with no fire arrows, did end up with that Deku mask. But still doesn't know that fire arrows are on Shiro.
Oh, other places I see a bet for Milk Bar. That unfortunately has already been dealt with because of East Clocktown IC. East Clocktown IC's been satisfied. All three of our ICs have been satisfied. Termina Field has been satisfied, Ranch has been satisfied, East Clocktown's been satisfied. The East Clocktown was room key in the hideout chest to Ice. The Ranch IC was wallet to hookshot. And the Termina Field ICs were a bottle because they're needed for eggs, Captain's Hat for Oath, and what was the third item that was really nice? Hookshot on Larry. So, just to get everybody all caught up here on where we stand as to where this Zora Mask could actually wind up.
And if you are just tuning in, that room key in East Clocktown, to everybody's surprise, including eventually Acelayer's, ruled out a Mirror Shield, which was in the same area, as being completely foolish. So we will not need Mirror Shield at all. We know that Egos is dead, and we know that...
Which actually means that Eggs leads to Elegy. So Zora Mask locks out Stone Tower, too. So it can't be Inverted Stone Tower. It can't be Stone Tower Temple. So actually, 2 entire dungeons are locked out. That's actually really good.
Very true.
So
Great Bay Temple being foolish.
I was going to bet Inverted Stone Tower chest, but I got to bet something else. We don't know what's on Boss Blue. Well, Great Bay Temple is full foolish, so...
Yeah, I feel like there's not... Yeah,
I'd be surprised
I'm
if it
sure
was a
that...
New Wave. Unless, well, actually, chat brings up a great point. Given the circumstances, there is a world where Zora is behind Elegy. If that is the case, then yeah. Okay, never mind. Boss Blue Orb is a complete question mark.
Yeah. Chat is correct about that.
That's fair. It could just be that Boss Blue Orb is Elegy and Zora Mask is an ISTT. Which, you know what? Screw it. That's where I'm gonna bet.
Do it!
Find it.
I still got it to find where I'm gonna bet. Fox is correct. It could still be the bunny hood. But I don't... Yeah, because we do still need that bunny hood for the fire arrows.
Right. And we can get to Stone Tower Temple without fire. We just need ice, which was behind bombs to room key, or bow to bombs to room key, or bombs to... You get the idea. The point is it wasn't lens locked. Moo. Too bad that's useless.
Where would I like this Zora Mask to be?
Now, that being said, I do think if this is Elegy, you just rush Stone Tower. Like, you stop everything and you rush Stone Tower. Well, and that's assuming Gratoffie doesn't skip out on Deku Mask here, too, because that's going to be a pretty big deal if he misses this.
I'm not expecting him to. We could use lens to peek that chest. Interesting. And we can see, using said lens, that is Deku Mask. So here's the question, Grat. Do you know the trick? Can you do it? I see him looking at his Goron mask. I see him looking at his lack of Great Fairy. Okay. I'm not sure which trick this is. He might be just choosing to skip it. He might be just choosing to look for that Great Fairy. Which will be unfortunate.
That's gonna be a problem. And the other problem is Gratoffie doesn't have a bomb bag, so can't exactly bomb boost correctly here.
Yeah.
And the nearest bomb bag is unfortunately in Punch Rock, so yeah, all of Gratoffie's important stuff is in Icona again.
Oh no. This is turning out to be quite the seed, folks.
This seed is becoming stupid.
Oh yeah, no way to void out for Gratoffie if he misses these jumps.
Oh right, because no Zora or Deku. Yeah, he took that very carefully there.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's see what's on Dinalfo's chest here. Oh, this is something. Postman's hat, maybe? No, Zora. Oh, seed solved.
Alright.
Alright. Saber, we're gonna need that. We're probably gonna need that spoiler log, because at the rate we're going, we're never gonna see Bunny Hood.
I don't know. Aceslayer still has to figure out where these fire and ice arrows are, which means that he has to figure out that the mirror shield is foolish.
That's true. I'm not so sure where to call the race. I'm more thinking about how do we enter a scenario where everybody gets the items there? Uh-oh.
No!
That's a mistake.
Oh no. Grat. Alright. Time to walk of shame back up.
Oh, out of arrows. He ran out of arrows. He couldn't fire out the snowballs, and Blast Mask isn't going to do you much good. So at this point, there's only one way to warp, and that is to take a KO. Good thing he didn't pick up double defense in Woodfall Temple.
Oh yeah, that's true. Death warping just into Pixel Shot. Probably makes sense as a route.
And gets even more arrows back.
But we're not going to use Pixel Shot because we have a Scarecrow.
Yeah, Pierre, give us a hand, will ya?
We did find all three, chat, we did find all three items in Termina Field. It was the Captain's Hat, it was the Hook Shot, and it was the Bottle.
Yeah, bottles are 1-star this seed because they're needed for eggs. Alright, down goes Dawa for Aceslayer. It took a little bit. He had a little trouble with that, but no important items found here. Let's see what our boss Blue Warp song is. It was New Wave.
Some extra stream time, yep. So you were right all along. As you typically are.
Yeah, I mean, that checks. We were kind of guessing at that because of the Temple Foolish and all that jazz. But it kind of got a little awkward because of how late Zora was to the party. Alright, so yeah, Gratoffie just has to climb back up again to, unfortunately, is going to be walking by that Deku Mask again. Yeah, that's got to be painful. Yeah, because, again, he does not have a bomb bag from Punch Rock Grotto, which is currently our only known bomb bag. Let us out! Alright, so Aceslayer is now taking Zoramask straight to Pinnacle Rock. This is going to be for checking for items and also getting the 3 eggs. Because you have 3 bottles, why not? And because there's always a bottle in Pirate's Fortress, hopefully a 4th bottle will just fall on your lap when you get in there. And yeah, as Chad points out, unfortunately, Zoramask actually has the potential to lead Aceslayer very far astray because in his mind, he's got to look for fire and ice. That in the entirety of all those checks I mentioned earlier regarding Pirate's Fortress and all that, in his mind, those aren't out.
Indeed. There's no idea where these elemental arrows are.
And realistically speaking, in this case, Pirate's Fortress seems like a really good idea because it's got like a dozen checks. One of which is probably a bottle.
Indeed. A postman's hat here.
I mean, that could still lead to bunnyhood for logic purposes.
It could. It very much could.
Oh, wait. No, postman won't work because it's potentially an East Clocktown check and that's out.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Rock in a
Rat
bad
getting
spot.
pillared.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Thanks,
Meanwhile,
game.
Aceslayer is soaring. Instead of following through with eggs, just checking the chest and getting out of Pinnacle Rock, soaring instead to egos.
Well, Ace can't do egos because no fire. But
True.
he's on that note, he's about to get fire. And then probably go do egos. And this, chat, is what we call improvising.
I wonder why.
Whoops.
I wonder what is pushing Aceslayer here. I wonder what's going through his brain here.
These rocks are being absolute trolls right now. Runners are not having a good time with bosses today. Alright, so yeah, Ace just now acquiring fire. And this, chat, is what we call improvising.
So here is the race, folks. Aceslayer has to realize that Mirror Shield is foolish and that the East Clocktown item is something else. And that item being room key in Bomber's hideout that leading to ice arrows in the inn.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Gratoffie has to manage to find the Great Fairy Mask because he cannot get the Out of Logic Deku Mask in Snowhead Temple in order to then go to Woodfall Temple to find Zoramask.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Once Gratoffie gets Deku Mask, the seed spells itself out. It's game over. Aceslayer, needs to figure everything out with the Ice Arrow chain, which could take a while. Even a bomb bag in Gratoffie's case would be fine here. Which, I mean... Oh, man. Yeah, me too, Gratoffie. Me too. I would be doing the exact same thing in your shoes.
Okay, so you can just do a regular old Goron bomb boost to get up there?
I would
That I
assume
did
so.
not know.
Chat can confirm if I'm completely talking out of my backside here, but... Now, the nice thing is Punch Rock is on the way to Icona. Oh. Take 2, once more with feeling. The 3rd heart container. Gratoffie, I think you need to fire up your lens before this works.
That is true. Keep in mind, though, it could still be Bunny Hood on Toilet Hand. Nobody has checked Toilet Hand yet. We do have a letter to Mama that is not useful for anything else.
I don't think anyone's gonna check Toilet Hand at this point. It's so out of the way.
It can't be there?
Oh, the deeds are... Well, the mountain title deed was bow locked. So that could work. Has to be behind hookshot at minimum.
Yeah, the Gibdo leading to Hot Spring Water was behind hookshot. In order to even get Lullaby to get the letter to Mama, yeah.
Well, we can't check the other springtime chest right now because it's Zora locked, so we're not going to see everything.
That being said, though, the mountain deed was much easier to get.
Ooh, a peak! I didn't realize this is a peak you could do here.
The stream has lost visual again. We can't see it.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, what happened there was Gratoffie peaked, roll peaked the other item in springtime, courtesy of having the rock already gone from removing it with Keg. All right, we're coming back. Sorry about that.
Aceslayer getting Snowhead Temple done. Meanwhile, Grat back in Clock Town.
And it's going to play Song of Time here to reset. Or not. Or is double timing instead? What even is that sound effect supposed to be? It's obviously one from the game. I just can't remember where. Is it a beaver sound effect? I think it's a beaver.
I can't help you. I can't hear anything.
No, Grat. All these are... well, no, this is Toilet Hand. Well, no, wait. Yeah, Grat, you shouldn't be pulling out the cafe mask. This is East Clock Town.
Grat.
Oh, dear.
Grat revealing to us that no, he was not thinking about East Clock Town. He just regarded these as checks to be done.
Well, it's also possible he could be improv. Well, no, bomb bag wouldn't be. No, I don't. There couldn't be a random bomb bag here at this point. I don't think.
No, there would not be.
Because bomb bags are 1 star in this. Are like 1 star in this instance because you can do stuff with blast mask and bombs here.
I'm pretty sure both runners have all of the hints.
If not, Acelayer's like missing 1.
Yeah, so as chat keeps saying things that make it sound like it's Great Fairy. It's not the Great Fairy, it's the Enos Room Fairy, which requires Great Fairy Mask. On Acelayer's side, this was a very deceptive IC hint. Aceslayer, both runners found this hint after having found Mirror Shield in East Clock Town. So, unless you're Gratoffie and happened to continue to full clear East Clock Town after that, you have no idea that it's not the Mirror Shield. You know, there's nothing indicating that. What the actual IC in East Clock Town is the room key in Bomber's Hideout in order to get ice arrows. So that's what's going wrong on Acelayer's side. Gratoffie has to figure out how to get this Deku Mask out of Snowhead Temple without being able to do the trick to get it out of Logic.
Did Acelayer just Goomba Stomp a bee on his way to Twin Islands?
I wasn't paying attention to that side, so you might have seen that. I didn't see that.
Yeah, if Acelayer, I don't know if Acelayer ever went back for room key, but it's we don't think that was the case. We think Aceslayer stopped checking everything in East Clocktown after the IC, after the one IC hit. So we think Aceslayer is being bamboozled right now, is basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, because I think that only Gratoffie got that room key. He did have to get it twice because he got it when he got it the first time, it was final hours on his first cycle, and so he decided to route in Midnight Meeting with it by re-getting it the next cycle.
Yeah, and there could still be, even if the room key still could have led to something nice like money, or because at that point Gratoffie hadn't done all his banks yet. So there could have still been a nice item, so it would make sense for Gratoffie to keep an eye on that, but yeah, the point being, it worked out well for Gratoffie, but it's bamboozling Aceslayer right now. Now, Gratoffie's gonna see this sword. This might push him to Shrine, we'll see. Which, funnily enough, is also gonna push him towards the Punch Rock Bomb Bag.
Yeah, I'm really confused about why Grat has not done either of those checks yet. Shrine is a really dense area right now for Grat.
Having a real hard time setting up this peak.
Yeah, it's most easily done with Zora Mask.
Yeah, you're not getting enough height from the camera there at this point.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. Alright, so Aceslayer is now going to full clear Pirate's Fortress looking for these ice arrows. And most likely receive a bottle.
Ace hasn't done Egos yet, though.
No, and it's in play on his end.
Yes, Ace, with Ace's information, Ace has no idea that we even need to do eggs. He's just convinced. Oh, that's what's going on. He's just convinced that the ice arrows are somewhere random and that they can't be behind Egos.
Which would make sense.
So he's just taking it for granted. He's taking it for granted that Egos has Elegy without actually checking.
Yeah, and I think Ace is also thinking that he had a really strong start too because of the early Goron mask. So I think he doesn't want to lose the edge from that. Unfortunately, at this point, I would say pretty much has. It's gonna come down to whether or not Gratoffie finds a spare bomb bag before going to Shrine. Which, I mean, at the rate we're going, doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it's chat pointing out, he could decide to do eggs anyway, but he has no idea that he needs to. He's already been to Pinnacle Rock, and he just checked the chest. He didn't grab any eggs, so he could decide, he could realize what's going on, but I don't see how if he's not, if he hasn't checked Egos and figured out that it's foolish.
All right, with no double defense, Gratoffie wisely picking up a safety fairy here.
So yeah, Gratoffie not having skipped to the Punch Rock, unfortunately, not going to run into this Great Fairy Mask. Meanwhile, Aceslayer showing us that, yes, he is in fact assuming that eggs are foolish, but not picking up the egg.
And with Gratoffie about to pick up Great Fairy Mask, he's probably going to bust out of Shrine the nanosecond he picks it up. Because that gives him Deku, that gives him another dungeon. He's probably going to want to go there instead of commit. And he might finish up Shrine just in case. But, the way I see it, the seed is spelt out for Gratoffie.
Indeed. All you gotta do is get this Great Fairy Mask.
Halt! Yeet!
Oh man, Ace getting caught here. It's not good. Yeah, I should have double-checked Egos. And hey, you double-check Egos, you still know, right, that if he does have Elegy, you still know that Ice Arrow can't be behind it either way.
Right.
But you at least double-check because, you haven't you haven't confirmed for sure that Mirror Shield is required at all. But we can say it's easy for us to say sitting here on Restream, being having the bird's eye view of the seed. If you're Ace, you're trying to use any knowledge that you have, anything that you can infer without wasting too much time.
Alright, so this wasn't the Great Fairy Mask. I can't remember if it was on the Wizrobe or if it was on Wart. I think it was on the Wizrobe.
I think it was Wizrobe too, yeah.
Yeah.
I think both runners did it in this order.
And we get the
first.
And seeing as we've had Fairy Shuffle for a while, we actually get the rare opportunity of seeing something like Extended Magic here, guarded by bees. I haven't gotten to say that for the last 2 weeks. Yeah, Extended Magic is pretty nice.
You can't actually hook that chest and open it before the guards see you.
Oh, there's the other sword. So the swords were all just chilling in Great Bay.
Does Grant not know I-Zero strats? No.
Wow, yeah. Guy's been running
Yeah, and
Kokiri
he
sword
doesn't
the whole
have
time.
he doesn't have the sword. He didn't manage to peek Clifford.
Incoming. Alright, yeah, Gratoffie checking for maybe a free heal, and he gets it.
Nice.
Alright, we're gonna see the sewers from Aceslayer. By the way, we haven't seen that fourth bottle game. Come on, don't make a liar out of me. There's 3 checks here in the sewers, we'll see.
That's the thing, you know, you called it on purpose.
I may have ran out of my own magic. I'll be honest with you.
You called it on purpose. You can't if you're calling it not on purpose, then it happens. But if you call it on purpose, then the seed will make a liar out of you.
It will. That is the seed logic way.
Unless
it's
too
small. I think that's paper.
Unless
Oh, it's milk. Yeah, it was a small
I haven't even
chest.
seen it yet.
It was a small chest, so I knew it wasn't a bottle. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Can't even find a 4th bottle for our troubles.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised at that. I'll be real. All right, so at this point, Gratoffie is about to pick up Great Fairy Mask, and this is the path to go mode. Ooh, Aceslayer picking up the mountain. If this leads to a bottle, I'm gonna laugh. Because there are 2 checks behind that mountain title deed. Yeah, it looks like Gratoffie's gonna play it safe here and get set up for a ward takedown here. We know this is nothing, but nevertheless, I can understand because he's demonstrated throughout the whole seed he wants to be thorough, not leave anything behind. We saw this earlier with the Captain's Hat chest. Anytime now, Wart. We're busy here.
Yeah, we got the whole rest of the scene to play.
Nope. Blast Mask is not recharged. Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch. Alright, so what bait, as we have established, it is the law of MMR that once go mode has been established, the bait will follow. So, what will we find here? Will we find a bait Picto box? Alright, Gratoffie improvising with Deku Nuts here to clear out the bubbles. That's pretty much the whole place cleared out. Oh, I did not know Deku Nuts also damage Wart. Do they do Kokiri sword damage or Razor sword damage, I wonder? I knew Chad was going to make that joke. Oh, careful. Now, Gratoffie does have the safety fairy, so it's not... It's Not the worst thing to happen if a KO takes place here, but a fire arrow shot directly into the eyeball does the trick. Alright, let's see what Evan gives us here. Again, bottle would be nice, but nope, just a heart piece. Acelayer's running 10 hearts, double defense. I don't think he's taking any deaths anytime soon. And in a rare instance on ZSR, we actually are surprisingly combat starved.
Indeed. Grat gonna take his Great Fairy Mask and walk of shame all the way back to Snowhead Temple for that deck of mask.
For a minute, I thought he was actually going to rush the temple without actually making the Goron fall asleep, and that would have been a little awkward, to say the least.
Right, well, I didn't realize he had reset, but of course that makes sense.
Yeah, he reset after checking Letter to Mama.
If it was me, I would have made the same mistake. Just not even remembering that I have to make the Goron go to sleep a second time. It's on the left, Grat. It's that one, Grat. There you go.
Alright, so yeah. Oh boy, Gratoffie taking another fall here. I'm still waiting for Into the Unknown with Goron screaming, by the way.
That would be hilarious.
Into the Unknown! Oh, well there's Great Fairy Sword. It was on the Chateau
Amazing.
purchase. That only just got put in play after Woodfall Temple, by the way, because that's where Moon Mask was. Into the Unknown!
Yeah, so
Sorry.
did I miss Aceslayer realizing that he has to do more East Clocktown checks, or
I don't think so.
are we both just not remembering that Milk Bar is part of East Clocktown? It's an easy mistake to make because, you know, the inn is its own location. You know, the Milk Bar is not. It is part of East Clocktown. Gratoffie once again having trouble with this climb. It is one of the things you have to practice if you run this game.
Yeah, this is not a pleasant climb to do, especially at full speed. It's because, like, there's some lips in the terrain. You see how the angle of the incline changed? And during those inclines, you do go airborne for a split second and you completely lose control. So if you're going, if that happens while you're on an edge, you're going.
Bye!
Now, Aceslayer has set up Midnight Meeting here. So I think maybe Ace is starting to connect the dots here that something is wrong. But, no, maybe not.
Alright, as we cross the 2-hour mark, we'd like to take a moment to thank all the wonderful people that have made this restream possible. Your restreamer today is Saberstorm. Saberstorm also had the pleasure of rolling today's trash. Thank yous very much. If you enjoyed the seed, as I have, please be sure to give him a thank you. Saberstorm is also one of our trackers today, pulling a lot of the strings here, and with him in the tracker cages is, I hope I'm saying this right, Jia. Thank you very much to both of you. My name is Neuronomicon, and my legendary Captain MD13.
Oh, thank you. And again,
And this is
thank
a
you for
lovely, yeah.
Thank you again for having me here in the booth with you this afternoon. I mean, every day is a good day for MMR, but this is just another good one.
Yeah, our lovely race today is between Aceslayer and Gratoffie, who are trying their best to figure out this convoluted mess of a seed.
Yeah, and it is lower brackets, so whichever one of them loses today meets with a terrible fate and will be knocked out. Unfortunately, Aceslayer is now out of magic, so can't get more rupees off of the Enos. Brother, you have extended magic. How did you run out? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It can happen. I mean, we saw Gratoffie had an arrow issue earlier, so, you know, resources are still something you gotta manage. I wonder how inclined would you be to continue checking East Clocktown after getting an ambiguous important item like Mirror Shield? Like, how, and maybe the more veteran runners in chat, and Neuro, you might also have more insight to this. Like, how likely would you be to keep full clearing an area that's IC after getting a potentially ambiguous thing? Like, would you commonly bank on it, or would you keep going looking for a definite 2-star?
It depends on how ambiguous it is. Like if it's something like a bottle or a trade item or something like that, then yeah, I wouldn't trust that. But in the case of Mirror Shield is important often enough that, you know, I can't say that I would be doing things much differently than Aceslayer here. You know, it's a song item. You already know that Boss Blue Warp is in play. You already know that healing is on Skull Kid. So, like, you know, the only reason I would go and check more of East Clocktown is if I went and checked Egos and then determined that it wasn't actually the thing. So the fact that Aceslayer, that's really what it is the fact that Aceslayer went all the way through Fortress and Pinnacle Rock without first making sure that he didn't need to do eggs. That's the part where I would be like, yeah, you gotta double check that. You can't just assume.
Yeah, because this is really eating into Ace's time, and Gratoffie is about a couple of minutes, 2-3 minutes here from being put into go mode here with Zora and Woodfall Temple. Because at this point, he's going to get the Zora mask, and then he's going to finish go moding Woodfall Temple, go mode GBT and ISTT, which are fantastic go modes. Well, GBT,
but he's got to do eggs.
But, well, even still, he knows he's got to do it.
Yeah, and there won't be any reason to, like, check many checks in Pirate's Fortress. You just go for the eggs.
Oof, this is a Deku Playground check here from Aceslayer.
The thing that'll really seal the deal is if Grat happens to find a 4th bottlesome, but I don't know how likely that'll be.
I don't think that's going to happen at this point, because I can't imagine he's going to go out of his way from Woodfall Temple, especially after picking up Zora. And we've already seen all of Woodfall Temple, so I can't imagine we're going to see much in the way of new checks beyond this point. At least on Gratoffie's side. So I doubt he's going to run into that 4th bottle, unfortunately. But even still, 3 bottle eggs is way better than 1.
Very true.
For one thing, you don't have to make a second trip to Pinnacle Rock. So it's only three trips in total, which is still way better than 7 to places. So it's 3 overall, but, you know, could be worse.
Slayer doing Deku Playground on the accursed first day, no less.
Oh dear.
See if that rewards him with anything. The only thing, really, that Aceslayer could find that would be useful at this point are a 4th bottle or Fierce Deity Mask.
Yeah, we still need we could really do with our big man. We know where Great Fairy's sword is, but it's in a emptied out location. Well, there's Sniff Up. Too bad that's locked behind a wallet at this point, so.
Yeah. The other thing is, yeah, we still don't know where Bunny Hood is. That's technically required to get fire arrows.
Yeah, this is gonna be a fun spoiler. Oh dear.
Oh, Grat.
Oh man, Gratoffie has been having some execution issues, unfortunately, today, but all things considering, his routing is actually allowing him to recover very nicely here. I thought for a minute he was going to get sniped by that Deku Nut.
Has happened. Many such cases. Alright, here comes the bad news for Aceslayer.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't just check the pillar and then dip.
I think Aceslayer already checked the pillar.
Okay, fair.
Yes, he did. Aceslayer better not do Pan Love in a foolish canyon. Ice locked foolish Pamela, yeah. Did anybody win the bet? Did anybody bet Woodfall Temple?
Good question.
Did we even close the bet? Bet did close, okay.
Ooh, Aceslayer getting the light snipe there. Nicely done.
Nice. Alright, Aceslayer. Are you prepared?
Painful realization will occur in 3, 2, 1.
Enjoy your Song of Storms. So, chat, if we're Aceslayer, do we realize the truth, or do we think that Storms is required for some reason? There's no way. We have too many bottles.
No, I think he just figured it out. He went right back to South Clocktown. He's going to go for room key.
Yeah, but does he know? Does he know where it is?
He's going to check Madame Aroma and Bar first, I think.
He's already checked Madame Aroma and Bar.
Oh. What could he be?
What's he doing? Again?
Oh, he's getting GF. He's getting GF sword. No, he's doing sound check.
Oh,
he hasn't connected the dots on the room key yet.
He doesn't know where the room key is. Yeah, the chat was saying earlier that like maybe he saw the small gilded and think that can't be an important item, and then didn't write it down anyways. So he might have fully like checked off the bomber's hideout chest.
All right, so Gratoffie has gone into Woodfall Temple and is going to invert here, which this actually is a good call because we know that he doesn't need to cycle reset again. He can finish this cycle. As soon as he finds Zora, he'll probably uninvert. Yeah, now here is the thing though. Ace does have a dungeon up on Gratoffie. So, he's ahead by a couple minutes here, because Gratoffie still has to finish the dungeon. But he's also got to connect the dots about room keys soon.
So yeah, I may not look it, but this is a close race here. Just have to see it.
It's either on these, the crabs, or I think it's the Dynalphos. It was the Dynalphos.
It was the Dynalphos, yeah, it was on Bone Chest.
Alright, sound check was a heart piece. Now, this would have been a good time to pick up Great Fairy Sword, but I think Aceslayer is comfortable with Gilded, I would assume.
Yeah, it's not that much of a difference.
Yeah, he's gonna check everything that might be. He's gonna do mini games first. Because I don't think anybody checked Town Archery, because Bo was a tiny bit late to the bandwagon.
Indeed.
Excuse me a minute.
So yeah, not quite Town Archery time first. Aceslayer realizing that he's about to skip Midnight Meeting. But at this point, I mean, you have everything else. You know that the only thing you're missing is light arrows and ice arrows, and you know that it has to be behind this unfulfilled East Locktown Wath. It straight up can't be any of these checks. It can't be Toilet Hand. It can't be Midnight Meeting. It's got to be in East Locktown. Although, no, never mind. I'm memeing. It could still be the Bunny Hood in East Locktown if you're Ace. He does not know where room key is yet. We're kind of guessing that he doesn't. We're kind of guessing that when he peeked the Bomber Kid chest, he kind of wrote it off. So yeah, I was mistaken for a second, because yeah, it could still be that, because you don't know if it's the Bunny Hood here required for fire arrows. There was a bow. The first bow that we found was in Mystery Woods, I believe, on Kotake. There was also a bow on Smithy, bow locked, and there was a bow. Oh shoot, where was the last bow? I think it was also somewhere bow locked. All right, Gratoffie about to get the very good news here. Snow Temple? That sounds right. True, Fox. They just stun it. Alright, so that is Zora Mask for Gratoffie, and that should be go mode, because we should realize Eos is foolish. We should know that we gotta do eggs. And we should know that there's nothing else to find here in Woodfall Temple. So we don't have to do the left side at all.
Alright, I'm back. I see Aceslayer actually whiffed the town archery.
No, that's not what happened. He realized that if he advanced time, he would miss Midnight Meeting, so he went and did that first, then advanced time to do town archery.
But I see he got a 38 on the score.
Oh, did he do that? Did that happen too? I must have missed that. So both things happened. So Grat being in go mode at this point, he's got to he's got to use all the time that he has, while Aceslayer doesn't know where ice arrows are, and brute force this with Kokiri sword. He's got 2 temples to do and eggs.
So, yeah, both runners pretty much on equal footing now. So I think Gratoffie, with this takedown of Oldawa here, is actually going to take the lead.
Well, if he actually manages to take down Oldawa. Struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Razor Sword isn't brilliant for this, but
he doesn't have Razor Sword. He didn't get Clifford.
Right.
And the Gilded Sword was somewhere stupid. The other sword upgrade.
It was also
in Fortress.
PF, yeah.
Yeah. So he has Kokiri Sword.
Oh, jeez. We're going to see Kokiri Sword Majora unless FD just happens to be on Twin Mold.
Yeah, there's not very many places that FD could be at this point that would be useful, or that would be likely to be found.
All right, so Aceslayer is lining up for eggs. Oh, well, he can't think ice arrows are in Stone Tower Temple, because that's out of logic.
That would be very out of logic, but he does realize that he's at least an eggs behind, so, you know, as long as he's having to think about what could have gone wrong in East Clock Town, he's at least going to do this because he knows he has to.
Yeah, but yeah, I think with this, Gratoffie takes the lead, and it is now... Right now, the only thing that's holding him up is low combat.
Mayor was not checked. I don't think we have Couples Mask either.
We don't have Couples Mask. Yeah, we never found Couples. Did he peek sewer chest? Yes.
Yep.
Aceslayer went through sewers.
Yep, he found a milk there. That was the only thing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, milk. There was extended magic. And that was about it. And a sword.
Extended magic was on Hookshot chest guarded by bees. We are getting simultaneous eggs, though, which is fun. Simultaneous go mode eggs. Grat because he's in actual go mode, and Aceslayer because he already came here once and checked all the checks, not realizing that he had to do eggs.
Yeah, I'm very curious as to. I'm wondering if Ace maybe misread the chest in Hideout. Either that, or it got filtered out of his mind. But either way, we know that chest is the solution to all of our problems right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that both runners peeked the chest, but in the case of Aceslayer, he might have done it. No, that's not true. He did Observatory Opener. So there was no way that he had that hint already. So he should have at least written it down. So we'll just have to see what ends up happening on Acelayer's side, as Gratoffie is on pace to win this race.
Yeah, hopefully he does pick up an extra safety ferry here, but out on the way out of ISTT specifically. If only because
Kokiri Majora is not easy.
Exactly, yeah, and he's already finished up Woodfall Temple, so he's not getting double defense because he skipped over that.
Correct.
Ooh, nice recovery there. Nom 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 nom.
Oh no.
Oh, almost out of magic too, so has to be a little careful here. I think forgot where the third egg actually is.
You can try to peek the chest to make sure there's nothing there.
I guess that too.
And it is a brown. Gonna use magic to break the pot, but not actually pick up the magic. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's enough to get the job done, so...
Trolling us right now. Don't need this fairy anymore.
Yeah, at least not yet. Definitely do agree that one should be picked up before wrapping up. I mean, I guess it depends on how comfortable you are with Kokiri Sword Majora, but, I would even, if it were me, personally, because I would be very skittish in the weak combat department, I would actually probably pick up 2 safety fairies. One in front of GBT and another in front of ISTT. In front of Canyon, rather. Because those are both guaranteed fairies right next to their owl statues. In fact, on that note, Gratoffie should probably uninvert and get to Night 3 soon.
We'll see.
To be fair, though, he's got to do the entirety of eggs. So it's not like he's strapped for time in this regard.
Nope. He's got to do eggs, he's got to do 2 dungeons including GBT. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Fox. What if we opened a bet for Bunnyhood? just for the spoiler log.
I was about to say, we're not going to see it at this point from our runners. There's no way. God, yeah. Let's remind the audience at home of what our logic was. The logic was for you to get hookshot via a wallet in Romani Ranch, which required Bean of the Hero in Staff Room, meaning that if you wanted to get that on the same cycle, and which means, in general, if you wanted to get it, you had to haul that bean over to Ranch within 2 hours after picking it up right at the start of Night 3 in order to get your wallet for Hookshot on Larry, the business scrub, so that Hookshot can get you Gibdo Mask in Path to Snowhead. Gibdo Mask with Icona access, which has been relatively free for this seed, except for the ice arrows, which required you to make a detour to Observatory Hideout for room key for ice arrows in the room key chest. On that note, so with Gibdo, you go get hot spring water because that's what you need for your hot spring water access to. Hot spring water gives us something. Hold on. To get us
Spring water gives us Lullaby.
And that lets you go get Deku Mask. After you need to make a detour to Secret Shrine for Great Fairy Mask.
Yep. And meanwhile, the lens on Postman's Hat was required for fire arrows on Shiro, which we still don't know. Postman's Hat, I'm sorry, Postman's Game. Which we still don't know where the bunny hood for that is. So, I mean, my guess, I'm thinking that it's in Well. That's my guess. I think the bunny hood's in Well. I'm just gonna say it.
Oh boy. Alright, so yeah, Aceslayer still needs to clear this out anyway, again, despite already having extended magic. We're getting Arbiter's Grounds Pirates Fortress. This is a creepy tune.
The question in chat, did we see the RTSS tree? Yes, it was a heart piece.
This is not a bad rendition of it either. This is, like, still just as creepy.
Let me listen to that.
Granted, Arbiter's Grounds doesn't really have a distinct melody, it's more ambience, but even still. You know, it's no Linero mining facility.
Oh, yeah.
Now that's a banger of a dungeon tune.
Indeed. A lot of great stuff coming from the music side of MMR. Cool tracks, cool transitions, transcriptions, rather.
Yeah. One track I was surprised they turned around so quick back in the early days of MMR was the Musique my French sucks, so I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, but the Musique Champignon from Paper Mario Origami King, that was made like literally a few months after the game came out. So somebody turned that around quick.
Gotta hand it to these guys. The other thing, Deltarune, chapters 3 and 4, you know, that only came out like, what, a month ago?
Something like that.
And pretty much like all of the tracks are in the game. So many tracks are in the game. It's insane.
Now, is Gratoffie going to detour here for this chest, hoping for a bottle? Because if so, it is going to give him extended magic, which, I mean, given the circumstances, an extra set of light arrow shots wouldn't hurt for
Yeah,
Majora.
Grat needs all the help he can get against this Majora fight. He's not going to have a good time.
Not unless... If I would wager he's going to open any big chests that are, like, right in front of him, just in case, you know, big man. Or an extra heart container, or... now, that's another thing. Gratoffie, if he really needed 2 heart containers in a hurry, could still get them off of Swamp Tingle. Which, unfortunately, he has no reason to go. He has no reason to go to, but...
but he's at least aware that they're there, right?
I think so. And he's gonna actually have to make a double dip here, because this is gonna be the last egg before, crab out of the, or shellfish out of the way. What was I gonna say? He's got to make another trip here to get the last egg.
Yep.
So hopefully he runs into the sword on the guarded chest. Because that is where the last sword was. But and if he does, he'll at least have Razor Sword Majora, which honestly should resolve the majority of his problems. Like, even one sword upgrade is enough. But yeah, Acelayer's making the second trip to PF now for the last egg.
We'll see if Aceslayer has managed to figure out which check he missed in the East Clock Town, or if he's still confused.
Yeah, this is... if Aceslayer goes right for Ice Arrows after this... we're going to have to see how Gratoffie's execution holds up, because as we mentioned before, he's had a couple of execution issues on this race. So, we'll see how his GBT plays out, because that's a very execution-heavy dungeon, especially in Go mode.
Very true.
You know, Stone Tower Temple has a couple of hot spots, but it's not, like, nearly as bad. Nice sign. I think Aceslayer also accidentally rolled over a bean patch and pressed A2, so... accidental reading.
Slayer not gonna have too much trouble with this pirate gilded sword. Yeah, if Aceslayer does go immediately for these ice arrows, then I think just this combat alone is going to be a huge leg up.
Indeed.
It is a massive if. It's true, chat. It's true.
Yeah. And at the very least, it's Ice Arrows Ace is missing, so it does cut off a lot of places. So, I mean, there can't be much left. I don't think, actually, for Aceslayer, is there anything left at this point? Oh dear. At this point anyway?
Yeah, let's think. Aceslayer has done Deku Playground. He did do mini games in East Clocktown. I don't know if he did chess mini game though.
That's the only one I think he missed. Or no, wait. Chat was saying that Ace peeked it earlier. So I think he picked it up while we weren't looking. But yeah, Gratoffie's going to get the last egg here in a second.
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking it was Grat that did that. Yeah, I don't know. He hasn't done Springtime, I don't think.
Both runners did Springtime.
Both runners did Springtime, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
both runners did Springtime. Both runners, Gratoffie didn't do Smithy 1, but it's not like that matters at this point. Now, now the other thing is, if you're Gratoffie, you're sweating right now because you had to detour for that Great Fairy Mask, so that's definitely going to make you nervous. So I think for both runners, nerves are going to start kicking in here because Gratoffie has been in go mode for like 15-20 minutes and still no finish. So that's got to be making him nervous. Ace is still not in go mode, so that's going to be making him nervous.
Yeah, so now all eyes are on Aceslayer. I see bombs equipped, so I think that Ace is going to go for the correct check here.
Yeah,
it looks like it's to me.
Yeah, this is the right place. So yeah, Gratoffie is going to get Elegy right as Ace gets Room Key here. And Ace might even make it to Ice Arrows by the time this cutscene is over.
Yeah.
And with Acelayer's combat advantage, yeah, this is gonna be rough unless we somehow get a big man along the way. But yeah, folks, strap on your seatbelts, grab some snacks. Here we go. We have a race.
Yeah, keeping in mind that Aceslayer was the number 8 seed, so already having been upset once is not looking to do so again.
All right, and yeah, Gratoffie, as we mentioned before, very wisely grabbing a safety fairy.
So both runners here converging. Grat slightly ahead in terms of the sword to Canyon Owl, but we're going to see whose Elegy climb is faster here. Grat still inverted, about to hit day 3. Yep, there's the day 3 cutscene that might put them actually right on the same page here.
Well, oh, and then a fall, but then Ace also has to get to night 3. Ace has to get to night 3 anyway here too, so...
Alright, so Ace pulling slightly ahead here due to that fall.
Yeah, so at this point now, every step matters. Like, the slightest misstep, like even a mask pull-off could be a problem. Like, hold on tight, folks.
Yep, this is going to be a nail-biter.
Yeah, Ace definitely winning the Ace up by a little bit at this moment. So, we'll see how this plays out. I mean, if Gratoffie decides to, like, stumble into a big man here, that's going to be a big break, potentially. But at the same time, you know, both runners still have the entirety of a Go Mode GBT to sort out. Yeah, and again, yeah, Aceslayer definitely looking to have the execution advantage here, so we'll see how this goes. That being said, Ace is almost already up the tower.
Yeah, Grat not quite having the same execution strats here. Not able to do the side hop off the switch, not able to, you know, pull off the elegy plays in a timely manner. Still wondering where that bunny hood is.
Me too.
It's not frogs. We had a hinted not required Jungiro match. I believe Rage defense. No, Goron Raise.
Yeah, Goron Race had Dongero. I would even run into that fairy for a heal at this point, but...
Yeah, I guess FD could be there. Although, isn't FD going to always be 1 star?
FD is always at least 1 star now.
Yeah, so that's probably also...
in these settings.
Not on frogs. Ooh, Ace missing the left side bomb jump.
Yeah, that's thankfully not a super consequential bomb jump to miss for him, so he's just going to go ahead and try again. Won't eat up too much time. But yeah, like we said, every step matters.
Every single little thing. This sure is a setup for this. I literally just stand on the dot.
What is, unless I don't see it on Acelayer's screen, what's the dot? Is that line, like, right in the center of the leftmost panel?
Oh, yeah, I mean, they're right... It's hard to see now because Ace is standing on top of it, but yeah, there's just a little dot. Grat going to do right side strats here. Interesting.
Okay. Oh, that's a big... If that big gilded is FD, I swear.
That big gilded is a chest fairy that is not shuffled.
Right.
That is, in
right.
fact, a small gilded, I think.
It's the one on the central floor that's,
Yep.
That can be the good stuff.
Is Grat about to pull off a Blast Mask recoil? Grat never got a bomb bag, did he?
Nope. That looks like a small gilded. I wouldn't go back for that.
Grat?
That critter is trying to tell you something.
Oof. Grat, my dude. A landing is not going to help you. Bloop is speaking for all of us. Is he about to do it? Oh. No, that's not quite what I thought he was about to do. Has to start all the way back from here.
Shouldn't you not go into the flower here and just waltz right into the vent? Oh well.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's faster.
I'm not sure that anything that's happening should be happening.
Yeah, because Gratoffie was already struggling with this earlier in Well.
Well.
That works too.
Yeah, that's as soon as I realized that he was trying to kill the hand, I knew that's what he was doing. The question is, how does Grat get back up?
Alright, now, he does have 2 safety fairies here.
But no combat, so let's see what method he chooses to use.
It looks like it's going to be just rapid-fire light arrows.
Yeah. Getting really lucky with the magic drops here.
Yeah, I don't know how much...
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Nope, he didn't get it.
He's got 4 light arrow shots left, I think, here. So 2 more potential hits. Nicely done.
Wow, Grat.
That's the power of extended magic.
Meanwhile, Aceslayer, having already made it to Twin Mold, is pulling into a definite lead here.
Yeah, with 11 hearts, double defense, he's not taking any deaths here. I'd be very surprised.
No.
I'd be very surprised if this resulted in a death. Yeah, and also didn't take out the bubbles for those extra free 3 hearts. Curio. No, wait, safety fairy.
Yeah, safety fairy now. Not this time.
So yeah, is Grat going to use light arrow strats on the... oh no, it's just going to go around. I was going to say, is he going to use light arrow strats on the Igor? Okay, yeah, I think is going to do light arrow strats, but is going around to set it up more comfortably. Get a bit more of an angle. Apparently not. But hey, at least you don't have to do a crazy bomb jump to throw the switch.
One mold down for Ace.
Got a good snipe there.
Nicely done. Oh, missing 2 though. Starting to run out of magic.
Oh, I guess fire does the same damage as bombs. Good to know. Nope, that is not anything. Well, that could be a chateau, but yeah, no, that's not going to do any good. Me and my big mouth. Yeah, I was about to say, I would highly recommend drinking that immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the very least, he now has infinite magic. Was that Swamp Title Deed on Twin Mold?
That was.
Haha, we're deed percent.
Somehow. We shouldn't be. But we are.
Imagine if that's where Big Man is. So yeah.
Oh my god.
So Saber, for the spoiler log, things we're gonna want to know where they are. The other 2 bomb bags, because that would have been nice earlier for Gratoffie too. Big Man, Bunny Hood, and
All the bottles.
the other 3 bottles. Yeah.
Bunny Hood is not irrelevant. Bunny Hood is still required for the lens for fire arrows on Shiro.
Yes.
You must get lens at some point. The only thing that Gibdo changes is where the Bunny Hood can be. Bunny Hood can be in Well. In fact, I think it is in Well. That's my prediction.
I mean, it's either in Well or somewhere else here. And well, actually, it can't be in Ice. Well, no, because never mind. I'm not even gonna bother thinking about it at this point.
Yeah, don't waste the brain energy. Aceslayer making it into GBT. Just as I was about to say, why aren't you advancing time? He's decided to advance time.
Alright, 1 Twin Mold down for Gratoffie. Yeah, Aceslayer with a definitely noticeable lead now in the execution front.
Yeah, so Aceslayer has to have a pretty bad GBT in order for Gratoffie to catch up here. Stone Tower Bean Chest could have Bunny Hood.
Whoops! Down he goes. Whoops, too high.
Aceslayer gonna ditch the Goron roll strats and just go for vanilla strats here.
Having some hard time on Twin Mold here. Is making use of that infinite magic, though, to keep those ice arrows flowing.
Yep.
Yeah, at least we're letting the ice flow instead of the spice flow. Oh no, I take that back. The spice has been flowing
The
all day.
spice has been flowing. I don't know what you mean, Captain. The spice has been... Oh my gosh, what a scene, you guys. I can't even... Honestly, with the amount of trash, I can't even believe we're still looking at a sub 3.
Yeah, and that's with Fairy Egg Shuffle disabled.
That's one of the many things going on in this scene.
Well, we found a lot of good stuff in the opener. Like, we weren't super bottlenecked repeatedly. The only thing that bottlenecked us really was getting the Snowhead Temple. Once we figured that out, we were kind of in business. The scene actually almost kind of spelt itself out beyond that point.
Yeah. Grat, you don't need... Oh my god, I thought he was gonna go pick up that deed. Like, no, Grat, you don't need a deed. Just go beat the game. Gotta make it to the Zora Cape Owl now.
Yeah, I think the main thing that unfortunately spelled Gratoffie's doom here, you know, he routed the seed fairly well. His biggest hiccup was unfortunately Great Fairy Mask.
Yeah, I think that if Grat had just known that trick, he would not have even had to go to Shrine at all.
Great Fairy Mask.
He could be done by now.
And Punch Rock. Not going to Punch Rock for a bomb bag. Yeah, because that also would have worked.
Gonna pick up a safety fairy here.
Yeah, again, very wise play here.
There is a way to get that fairy without a bomb. I didn't even realize you could use bombs to get that fairy. As soon as as soon as that trick was found and was posted, I think like within 24 hours of that setting being revealed, the partial stray fairies, people were posting, that like jump to get on top of the stalagmite. Mm-hmm. And I knew, I was like, this is going to just... I need to learn this trick immediately. And it is, that was the first thing I did, was when I finally got the Season 6, I sat down, I was like, okay, I'm going to learn this trick. I'm not going to let this be the trick that knocks me out of the season. And, I'm trying to remember if I ever ended up needing it in a race. I don't think I ended up needing it, but it was, the peace of mind was definitely there of like, yeah, if this comes up, I know exactly how to do it.
Alright, well, Aceslayer already has the boss key as Gratoffie is now just diving the dungeon. So at this point, it's just a run to the green valves to set them all up, and then it's off to the boss store. Appropriate music for this situation, though.
No, it wasn't a trick that knocked me out of the season. It was just not being able to read Bunny Hood and Moonsteer logic. Copium. Can barely read them individually, let alone both in the same fucking seed.
Oh my. Excuse me. Oh my.
Yep, that was me. Oh, yeah, Grat not being able to do the Zora swim.
Alright, so yeah, now Gratoffie's going to set up for night 3, uninvert. I would wager we're going to see both runners finish, given Gratoffie is so close here. because, yeah, this is just one more double time, and then he's at night 3, and he's ready to go. Meanwhile, Acelayer's just about to hit final hours, except I think that was... Oh, no, had to do the green turnkey, never mind. So, yeah, Acelayer isn't doing Fireless. He's just doing this the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, chat, that's correct.
And yeah, Acelayer starting final hours right in front of the boss door. Man, what a race, folks. Talk about a roller coaster.
Indeed. So no FD after all. We'll have to see where that was in the spoiler log. So
Yeah,
we are going to see the old-fashioned Zora 1, 2, 3, 4 punch.
and we're not going to see it on Fish because GBT is foolish. FD can't be
Oh,
in a foolish
true, yeah.
location. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything left for Ace to do in East Block Town once he finally found the room key. I think he did hard last location it. Yeah, so I think Acelayer, having defeated Georg, I think is out of things that could slow him down. I think with the combat advantage, he's gonna have a pretty easy Majora fight.
Yeah, Gilded
This is
Sword on
definitely
top
his
of
race
that.
to lose.
Indeed. And Acelayer actually not being in go mode during the hunt for ice arrows was actually kind of the benefit here in this scenario. If only because it gave him all the extra defensive and offensive utilities to make this final boss set easier. Yeah, because Ace last location 2 things to this seed too. He last location magic and he last location ice arrows.
Oh yeah.
Because he had to improvise with Icona Tingle to get magic. But he was also the first to see the Gibdo mask and I think connect the dots on the hot spring water logic as well. So having the Gohan mask, I think having the Gohan mask early is a pretty big saving grace for Acelayer, because it gave him the speed advantage early, as well as the tools to check north.
Yeah.
Alright, so Acelayer, our first runner to the moon.
With no princess. Gotta go back.
Oh, is this a detour that Gratoffie is making here? Yeah, it is.
Right.
Yeah, trying to see
This
if
can't be
there's-
FD.
Oh yeah, if he's foolish.
It's a foolish dungeon.
What even was that?
That was a Bremen mask.
Yeah, that checks.
Oh my god, he's going for the other one.
If this is Mask of Truth, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
That was couples.
It's fucking couples, man.
Alright, so Incarnation for Aceslayer. Oop, got knocked down a little bit here. Has the spins, but not the stun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Grat might be aware that just checking things just for the sake of seeing what's there.
Grat could theoretically detour for Great Fairy Sword, but that's out of the way.
Yeah, because I don't think Grat checked the milk bar, so he doesn't actually know where the Great Fairy Sword is.
No, he's not going to at this point. Especially now that Aceslayer has finished. Ace finishes this race with a race time GG time of 2:53.40. And with that, Gratoffie has decided he's had enough and he's going to DNF.
Get your GGs in chat, everyone. What a seed. And what a race. What an experience here on ZSR3.
Indeed. What a way for that one to wind down. So that all being said, hopefully we'll get runners in the booth in a minute. They're just conversing in the race time in the meantime. But yeah, and for this race was just flipping left and right a few times. This was a race to watch.
Oh, Grat putting on the crying mask for us. And to clarify for chat, Grat does have Romani's map. He did find 10 vocals on the pot fairy.
Yeah, that was the first thing he found in there.
Oh, well, an interview with the runners, but there's no runners here yet, so you just get us.
Yeah, well, Gratoffie will be joining us. Aceslayer, unfortunately, will not.
All right, well, Aceslayer, having won today's race, will move on to Losers Round 2, where he will go up against Aosuna, who has been knocked out by Dodo.
Yeah, unfortunately, in the meantime, Gratoffie has met with a terrible fate and has been knocked out.
Yes, but we'll get his final thoughts here in a moment.
Yeah,
his last words, if you will.
Met with a terrible fate indeed. What a race.
What a fate that he has met with. Wow. Thank you, Grat, for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. We'll say Grat has a pretty large community. He does do the Bear Den races, which is a series of acings that are pretty popular. So if you like a variety of settings, you don't want the settings to die after the tournament. He does Mystery, he does Co-op, he does Season 6, he does SGL now. Drop a follow on him. There's a lot of cool stuff. And as Saber is saying in chat, yes, the next race is tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Is that true?
Yes, that will be Skygoro versus
oh, right, that was just scheduled today, yeah.
Yes, it was.
And if we can get a restream team for that, that'll be a fun race to watch as well.
Indeed. Yeah, there's still plenty scheduled for next week as well. We've got already 6 races on the docket between Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Thursday, rather. 6 races between Monday and Tuesday. That'd be tough to get all on the air.
Oh yeah, the Discord is not updated at all. Yeah, tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. Next one, Monday, 8 a.m. Eastern. And after that, Monday, the same day, 1 p.m. Eastern. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Something is wrong on the spreadsheet. I don't know what time that is going to be. I can't do math. But it's 2 on Monday, 1 tomorrow, 2 on. And at this time, we are joined by Gratoffie himself. GG's to you.
GG's.
Ooh,
I feel
what
like a lot of explaining to do.
some. Although, this is a crazy race. Like, for one thing, the logic sucked. So,
Yeah, did we get that spoiler log yet? Can we know where that bunny hood was?
Oh, I have it. What would you like to know?
All right. Well, let's start with the logical train, where the logical train wreck started. Let's see where Bunnyhood ran off to.
Stone Tower Statue Eye.
Wow.
Oh,
Statue Eye?
Statue Eye?
Is that the first room? The entry room?
Yeah, that's the
Pretty
front
sure it
door.
is.
Yeah, that's the front door of Stone Tower Temple.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Wow. So yeah, you were expected
Incredible.
to get Elegy from Eggs and then schlep all the way up Stone Tower to get Bunnyhood for Lens for Fire.
Mm-hmm.
So
And that's after having dipped Snowhead Temple for the Deku with no fire arrows because you needed to use Gibdo to get hot spring water.
for
to get Lullaby.
because you needed Deku to get to Woodfall Temple for Zora Mask. Oh, jeez.
What on earth?
That-
Seed bot.
That
Fantastic seed.
Yeah, we just connected the dots on that. Yeah.
Well,
So-
I definitely was not following the logic during the race, that's for sure.
That's okay.
No.
That's okay.
I think we can forgive you for that.
So let's backtrack to the race for a second. So Gratoffie, you had actually found Ice and Fire considerably early compared to Aceslayer, because Ace, he kind of forgot. I mean, I think you discussed this in the race time room too. He kind of banked on Mirror Shield being the East Clocktown IC.
Yeah,
and never
it's
went
funny.
back. Never went back for Room Key. So yeah, talk us through that. What convinced you to go detour for Room Key to check that?
Trying to recall because like when I got the mirror shield, it's like, okay, maybe I don't check anything in East Clocktown because it's probably going to be the mirror shield for the Way the Hero item. But I forget exactly what happened at some point when I was going through to the observatory. Notice there's a gold trim chest there, and then that thought crossed my mind that like, well, maybe there is still something else. I don't want to spend a lot of time checking, but I don't know, just have the times like I'm just gonna check just in case. And yeah, and then I forgot that quest items through time was off.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Unfortunately, what really was the backbreaker for you was no way of getting Deku Mask on your first pass.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
you
so
had
were
to,
you-
had to unfortunately detour to Shrine to pick that up.
Yeah, so were you trying to do like a bomb boost with Goron to get up there?
I mean, I was just kind of doing that out of frustration, honestly. It's
Gotcha,
because
yeah.
I didn't have like a bomb bag even. So, and I think one thing that can explain a lot of issues I ran into is because I'm probably one of the weaker runners in terms of execution. There's a lot I need to learn, and I do not really know how to do anything with Blast Mask versus a bomb bag. So that's why I did the right side of Stone Tower Temple, because they're only just blast myself
Yeah.
to the left, and then there's like so many situations where that bomb bag would come in handy, and I just didn't have it.
So forgive us. The one bomb bag we knew about was in Punch Rock.
Oh, you know what's funny too? At one point, I was looking through my tracker, and it's like, okay, I haven't done that. I should probably do it, but maybe I'm just gonna push progression instead. Like I
Yeah.
did think to do it, and then I just chose.
Well,
not
to be
at a
fair,
certain point.
you didn't even have the Goron mask until way later in the seed. Aceslayer did a coast push opener, so he did like
Oh.
observatory, and then basically went to coast next. So he got just for that one-off Coast Grotto, he got the Goron mask. He had the movement advantage, and then he ran into that bomb bag pretty naturally with that Goron mask. So for your side, it was totally understandable that you never went and got that. I am curious, Saber, while we're on the subject, where were the other bomb bags in this scene?
And while you're at it, can you tell us where the big man is?
Sure can.
Unfortunately, Grad, you were also a bit sword-starved for the sea. The two swords were on, unfortunately, both literally like the last locations in the two areas you were in. They were on Clifford, and they were on the guarded chest in Pirate's Fortress Interior.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and Great Fairy Sword was in the milk bar for 200 rupees.
Oh yeah, I was never gonna get that because I figured I figured out what the item I needed there was, so I was never going into milk bar. Although I think I did for Madame Roma for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but
Yeah, we were wondering that too, because Ace found that while he was last locationing the room key.
Yeah, because he was very late to Egos, which was the sort of confirmation that, wait a minute, something's wrong here. Storms can't be required because Canyon is foolish. Why is my IC mirror shield leading to nothing? So yeah. So Acelayer's go mode was ice. Yours was Great Fairy into Deku to Zora. But yeah, this race was nuts. It was a logical train wreck. The race flipped a couple times. Yeah, this was a great one.
Saber, do we have the answers to those questions yet?
Oh, we absolutely do. I have it all sitting here.
All right.
Hilarious enough, our good friends, the Ranch Cows, had one of our bomb bags.
Oh, lovely.
And the keg was in... we saw the keg. It was in someplace silly. It was in Hot Spring Water Grotto.
Yes,
So yeah, that wasn't getting picked up.
And then the other one was on the Mountain Scrub Deed Trade,
which was on the Twin Mold Heart piece. So yeah, you were definitely not getting that.
No.
Oh, that is atrocious. That bomb bag in particular is lousy.
Our bottles were also all in fun locations.
Oh yeah,
tell us about them.
Yeah, the last 3 bottles.
One's on Swamp Frog behind Goron Race.
Yeah, or behind Spring. Oh, wait, Swamp Frog behind.
Because Goron Race had Don Jero.
Right.
Yep.
Keaton Quiz had one.
Which where did Keaton Mask run off to?
Oh, let's find out.
In the meantime, you said, where's that third bottle?
It's in the same place FD is.
Oh.
Which is actually the same place where Pictobox is, because Pictobox leads to Keaton Mask.
Amazing.
And
What
all
place
3
is
of those
that?
are in the nice place with 3 chests sitting next to each other in the inverted stone tower.
Really?
oh my goodness.
Wow. Incredible. You can't make this stuff up, chat.
Bean of the Hero strikes again.
It really was Bean of the Hero, because yeah, your logic for the wallet was beans to ranch doggy race chest. And in order to logically do that, you had to pick that thing up at 6 p.m. and then haul to Milk Road with 2 hours on the clock before you got kicked out, so that you could plant the bean and get the chest. Because Zora was behind Deku and Deku was behind Hookshot. Because you needed Gibdo for Hot Spring Water for Lullaby so you can get to Deku. So yeah, that checks. Anyway.
Well, Grad, thank you so much for running. And Saber, thank you so much for rolling this wonderful, wonderful seed. I do think it's safe to say, Grad, that you did lose to execution. For one thing, if you had been able to get that Deku mask, you would have won in a landslide for sure. But then when you guys did converge, it was on Elegy. You guys, that's where you guys converged in kind of a go mode push. Aceslayer unfortunately just had the faster execution plus the combat advantage on Majora. That would have been an unfortunate Majora for you if you had gotten all the way up there with Kokiri's.
I wasn't really looking forward to it. That's for sure. So,
Well, Ace saved you from that fate. But all in all, a good effort and definitely much appreciated routing. I think your routing was very respectable this seed.
well, thank you. Yeah, and I think for season 7, it's just I didn't have a lot of time to practice, really in general. But yeah, execution we'll have to focus on for sure, and we'll see what happens next time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll teach you a thing or two about execution if you'll teach me a thing or two. Not being a papagan and last locationing every single seed.
Well, I have the last location too, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, well, I don't have any further questions on my end, but just, yeah, again, great race, completely trash seed. I gotta watch this one back. I can't wait. I'm already losing my head over just reading back that logic chain at the tail end of the race.
Yeah.
But when
I
we
gotta
discovered
actually
that,
hear
it
the
was one
music.
thing
I gotta actually hear the music because apparently Grat had great music and I couldn't hear any of it because commentary feed was not working, so I had to watch the muted Twitch stream.
Yeah, we appreciated Piranha Plants on Parade Observatory for one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had some good bangers on your list today for sure. That being said, like I said, no further questions from me. Neuro, anything from you?
Grat, before we turn things over to Saber, any last words?
Gosh, I guess this is it for me, but I don't know, I'm happy with how things worked out. Even though I didn't win both rounds, at least I kept up. So I'm very pleased with how things went for me this tournament because I've never been able to make it before. So I'll take it. And yeah, thanks for the restream, everybody.
All right.
Saber, take us away and then run and hide.
What do you mean? It was a fantastic seed. That's going to be it from us here at Zelda Speedruns, and next races are coming up more this weekend, but with that, we'll see you next time.